Hello, everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Die Party Surge. A weekly Shadowrun Anarchy role-playing experience right here on Twitch. Spoody will be joining us in about an hour's time. So basically when we finish the introductions, he'll be joining us. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a while. Last week we had a side food fight mission, but we're not allowed to talk about that anymore. Apparently,
I would consider it a rousing success.
I heard it went well.
Yep, definitely no problems. We're having.
I mean, depends on which perspective, like who you're rooting for. I was rooting for the NPCs, so
I mean, they had a really cool gang name. Yeah. Speedy will be joining us in about an hour's time, so let's get around and do some introductions. But first, I want to talk about some shit. Can I just say, I haven't really been, wanting games for a while, and then 2018 comes out, and we've had fucking monster releases already, and then we're going to get some really good ones in the next couple of weeks as well. I don't know what's going on, man. Is 2018 the year? Have we really beaten 2009? Is this going to be the year that does that?
I mean, maybe. Because we got the big titles.
We got Monster Hunter World, right?
Yeah.
Right. Next week is Kingdom Come Deliverance, which looks fucking just.
I mean, the alpha, beta, everything that I played of Kingdom Come Deliverance was amazing.
Yeah.
The
You played
backbone,
the beta? Oh god.
Oh yeah. I mean, I ended up doing about an hour and a half long Skype call with one of the developers. He was running me through the world and what they were doing in the backbone stuff.
Did you record this at all?
No, this I couldn't do any of this. But the AI mechanics that they have going on for that game are insane. Just like the background processes. Like, okay, so you roll into a town. Every NPC has its own thing controlling it. That's not new. But here's the deal. So blacksmith wakes up in the morning, 7 a.m., takes his shit shower, shave, goes to the smithy, smiths till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, goes to the bar, gets a drink. Right. Cool. Whatever. That's a pre-programmed easy thing. You come into town, smithy goes to the bar, you steal his effing hammer because you're a dick. Now the smithy shits, showers, shaves, sees that his hammer is gone. Instead of working, he actually has to go to the market, buy a new hammer, and then come back and work. He will then go to the bar and complain about someone stealing his hammer.
With voices?
Yeah, he will talk about shit happening. You can start bar fights, which will alter characters' behavior because they don't want to go to a bar that has bar fights. If you get a quest that says, hey, go to the woods and save this person from bandits, and you're like, cool, yeah, I'll do that. But then you fuck off and just go farm potatoes for 3 years. When you go to that woods, you know what's going to happen? Nothing, because whoever you were going to save from the bandits has been murdered and moved on.
Nice.
Time flows like it would actually flow.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos about that game, and I'm a little worried that I'm going to have to play it on a controller because of the swinging directional shit. And
Yes.
that kind of pisses me off because I'm just like, mouse and keyboard, give me that shit. But I don't know, man.
I mean, the combat is really like all of the motion capture, the fight capture, and even the horse. They actually motion captured all of those things happening. They brought in manuals by Hans Talhofer, a famous
Finish him rightly.
famous 18th century German person who compiled all of these medieval
Fighting
martial
techniques.
arts
An 18th
transcripts.
century German person.
Mhm.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, both of you said things at once.
Oh,
It's a video game, James, coming out next week called Kingdom Come Deliverance. Should look
Someone
up.
in my chat mentioned it. I haven't looked it up yet.
It looks great, dude. It looks good. And we're just talking about how complex just the mundane shit in this game is. It's like the developers went, we see that how standard RPGs are. Let's fucking just make it real life as much as we can. It's kind of upsetting how much detail it is.
Yeah, combat is ridiculous in the sense that you cannot hack and slash your way through it. You cannot. There are 6 primary directions: upper left, upper right, left, right, lower left, lower right.
And
you
also
have to block
stab.
or parry, and then
Can I have a gun instead?
while
I mean,
managing your
you can-
stamina, and
You
it's
can
pretty.
do that with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, it'll be like how I imagine.
For Honor, right?
Not For Honor, but they had it,
Morrowind did it. Literally, Morrowind had the exact same thing. Like the technology is definitely there for it to work. and it
Yeah,
works
Mount and
fine.
Blade. I was thinking more Mount and Blade than anything, but like,
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I played it with mouse and keyboard. It works. I mean, this was a pre-alpha, so it was a bit janky, but I'm sure they've got it polished out now.
so here's the thing. I watched people play the pre-alpha, and I was like, right? I was like, so hard. And then I've seen the release trailer, and I was like, holy crap, this game looks so fucking good now. Like, what did they do? Anyway, enough about that one. The other one I want to talk about is Hunt Showdown. Played that one. That game is fun, dude. Aside from the fact that it's like hella buggy. It's like
It looks fun to me.
it's super
If I'm being
alpha.
honest.
It is super alpha, but goddamn, like I don't know what it is about like battle royale games. Like I think it's like the how many people are in the match, right? It kind of unnerves me. But in Hunt Showdown, it's so little players. It's like 10 people in the map, right? 10 people total, and one of them could be your teammate. So if you kill 2 people, which is highly possible in most games, like my kill average in, Battlegrounds was like 2 people maybe, right? So if you kill 2 people, that's basically, and those people kill 1 each, that's half the fucking server gone. And then you have to go hunt a monster, and you kill that monster, and then you escape. It's really fucking good. It's
So I got a question.
yeah.
Because I didn't do too much research. I just saw some people playing it. When you kill everyone else, do you automatically win, or you still have to
No.
kill
You
the
still have to
monster?
go fuck up the monster, man. And the
Okay.
monster it's not easy killing those monsters.
No,
You
that's the
don't
thing.
have to fight the monster.
You can leave. You can just
To be
get
clear,
the fuck out.
you can extract at any point.
But the bounty is for the monster.
The primary part about that game is when your character dies, not gets knocked down and then rescued by your partner, but when your character dies, that character is
Karma.
gone.
Yeah, so there's 2 XP bars. There's an account one, and then there's a character one. And the character one goes up when you successfully leave and come back with it. And if you die, your account, when you leave, your account gets all that same XP. But if you die, you only get half that XP. So it's kind of weird. Like some of the stuff they're adding in the later games is we're going to add a game mode where you have to have a level 20 character in order to enter this match. So you have to win like 3-4 matches or leave 3-4 matches with a survivor to actually even enter that match. That to
And then
me,
that's permadeath too.
and that's
so everyone's
permadeath
got-
too, right? Like
Yeah.
that sort of shit. Like, that's the sort of
So
stuff.
it's
that I
kind of
want,
like
man.
you're putting more money on it.
Yeah.
This game counts.
Stakes are
I
higher.
like it. The stakes are
I
high.
would-
People are not going to make the kind of rash decisions they usually make in like
Mhm.
PUBG. It's like, I'm just going to run in with a fucking frying pan and see what happens. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like, shit,
exactly.
I
Like,
spent
let's all
hours-
jump in the same area and, just go. Whoever gets the gun first wins, And
Yep.
that's how I don't play PUBG. So that'll be
Well-
interesting to see that game
Well,
like that.
I mean, the interesting thing about this game is you also start with guns. So you don't have to go find gear. You start
That's
with
true.
whatever loadout you want to pay for. So I'm not a battlegrounds or first person shooter person. There are reasons I'm very, very bad. But this one got knocked off the list from, oh yeah, that looks cool, to nope. As soon as I saw that one of the bosses is a giant spider.
So
Terrifying.
it's not random.
Skittering, fast-moving, immune to fire spider.
It's
Isn't
not.
it?
Here's the thing.
That's
It's not.
the
It's
point, though. It's a monster. It's supposed to be scary.
yeah. You can also completely avoid it by picking the mission that doesn't have the spider in it.
So you, June, you got a problem
I'm
with
good.
spiders?
I do not like spiders, sir. No, sir.
What is it about non-Australians and the spiders?
Arachnophobia when I was 7. That's what is the deal. I mean, I don't know what
I'm
other
bothered by spiders.
feelings.
When I was 7, we moved into a new house and we didn't have screens on the windows yet. This is how new it was, right? It was like
Oh, you don't have flash screens?
a
Goddamn.
new lot, a new
Goddamn.
lot that was being built. So all the trees had just recently been knocked down. It's Australia, so it's hot as fuck. We've got all the windows open. I wake up in the morning, my room is full of spiders.
Yeah.
They knocked all the trees down, so the spiders came in.
Yeah.
And it was like literally, someone had to come in with a broom and sweep away the webs to get me out of my bunk beds because they had webbed me in.
Yeah.
Great
Right.
stuff.
One time when I was sleeping.
That I would leave. I would immigrate into a
Moved
different
to New
country.
Zealand.
So one time when I was
Alaska.
sleeping in my home, at my dad's place on the farm, which is basically just outdoors the entire time, I laid down on my bed, flicked off my light, put my hand under my pillow, and went, "Huh, what's that?" Pulled my hand out, nothing on it. Okay, that's weird. Turn on the light, flip over the pillow. There's a huntsman about yay fucking big under it. All right, and I'm like, cool, man. So I go and I grab a can of deodorant and I fucking shake it up and I spray it on this fucking spider to get it to move. And you know what it does? Explodes with babies. And babies go fucking everywhere.
Right. So
Come to Australia, we got spiders.
no. No. I mean, so when I was young, I wanted to be a marine biologist. So I studied a lot of marine biology. And that was my reason for not going to Australia, because your oceans are full of death.
Yes, they are.
Just so much death.
We have the big bitey death. We have the little stingy death.
It's not the big
everything-
bitey death that worries me. It's not even the giant stingy death that worries me.
The little
Those things,
Little one.
those are idiot crabs. Like, if you go into the water where there are goddamn sharks and giant 40-foot long tendrils of death, you are dumb and deserve to die. It's the less than a freaking centimeter long.
Irukandji jellyfish.
Yeah, I managed to accidentally bump into a thing that I couldn't ever possibly see, and now I'm dead.
My favorite
Now
one.
I'm dead.
My favorite one is I'm gonna be a good Samaritan and pick up trash on the beach.
Oh,
Blue ring
it's a bit of a
octopus.
plastic
What the
bag.
fuck?
Now I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh man. Welcome to Australia. We got bitey things. Anyway, the last one I want to talk about is then after Kingdom Come, the week after, we've got Metal Gear Survive. And that game is fucking amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That game is fucking amazing.
Seen you play a little bit of it. It
Dude,
looked
that
interesting.
game is so fun. It's like if you've played Metal Gear Solid 5, it's that, but multiplayer and a wave-based survival game. With a single player that takes all the like you have a character in single player, you take all your gear that you build, you go into multiplayer, you fuck shit up, and you go back to your single player game. It's fucking cool, man. I love it. I can't wait for that one. So
I've never played a single Metal Gear, so I will most likely not play that one. I'm sorry.
It's only going to be cheap, though, I think.
With you on that.
Metal Gear Solid 5 was great. So Can you fuck
Haven't
around with
either.
boxes in it? I think so. You can get on a robot and power kick a zombie in the face. Right? You can build a chicken wire fence and then stab zombies through the fence. It's cool. Come on. It's cool. It's cool. Anyway,
Sounds cool.
let's do some introductions. Eugene, hello, my man.
We're not still stalling for time.
How you doing?
Oh, I was just randomly talking, Doc, not stalling for time. Don't pull back the curtain, goddammit! I mean, hi, I'm... Curtain's exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I think I remember what we were doing last time, so
We're in the back of a van.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
James is about to get accosted by a man with.
We were about to get murdered by Doc's robot that got hacked.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, well, things happen.
And also,
but-
James-
Nothing terribly exciting has been going on with me since the last time we talked. Still playing Gloomhaven, the board game.
Oh fuck! I want to play that so bad, man.
It's real good.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up Monster Hunter World.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that game is fun too.
It is indeed.
But I finished it, so
I will not ever make progress in Monster Hunter World because I enjoy collecting things, and there are many things to collect.
yeah. I've beaten that game, and I kind of lost my desire to go back to it. I kind of wish they never showed me the credits to that game. You know,
Fair.
like, I mean, I spent 40 hours, and then when I beat it, I'm like, huh, cool. What's next? Oh, you just do color-coded monsters at the end that are harder. And I've already seen them all. Okay. All right. Maybe not. So, yeah. Is Monster Hunter game short? I don't know. I mean, I kind of didn't have too much of a hard time because I multiplayed it, but, you know, single player probably.
I mean, the thing with Monster Hunter games in general is that's basically what you get. Is you go through, you do the hunts, and once you beat it, all they do is scale up the monster difficulty, and then you keep trying to beat them.
The maximum Hunter rank you can get, Hunter rank, not Monster rank, is 100, and I stopped at 29, and that's when the game ended for me.
So, other than that, keep going back to Slay the Spire every once in a while, see what they've been putting in. They added an Ascension mode, which is pretty cool.
Can you talk a little bit more about that game? And tell me what the deal is, because that's what the game you were talking about before that has all the
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah, they also said the Spire game, and that I should check that out.
Okay,
So-
Slay the Spire is a card building roguelite. You pick a character. There's two at the moment: a warrior kind of guy or a rogue kind of guy. And then you climb a spire. You can either fight a monster, fight an elite monster, or camp, shop, or do a question mark, which is a random event. And every time you beat a monster, you get to pick from 3 cards. These are just the basic things unmodified by different items. And then you build your deck. You can either take one of those 3 cards or skip that card.
Yeah, it's if you ever played any deck building game, it follows the same mechanics as that. So you have a limited amount of action points. You can get cards that you can build extra action points per turn. You get cards that cost 0 action points. You know, there's a lot of give and take in that sort of regard. You get 5 cards every turn. Sometimes you get cards that draw extra cards. Basically, if you've ever played any deck building game, it's mostly just a deck building game with a little bit of like, okay, how do I best use my cards effectively in combat? And it's you can take it at your own pace, which is really nice. But it has a little bit of the Binding of Isaac item gaining mechanics in there as well, so you can actually like have a build, and you can focus on that build by collecting cards that give you certain things. You can upgrade cards. But there's a whole thing in there, but it's mostly a deck builder. And if you like deck builders, if you do, and if you do, this game will be fun. Like that's
I don't know if I've tried a deck building game.
I mean, I really enjoy the game. I got more out of it.
I don't know. Like I've played
I
games
don't
with
know
cards
if I
before. I
can
don't know
continue
if
playing
that's...
this game with you. You shaved your beard. You never played a deck builder. I don't
mean,
know you anymore.
Listen, Doc, I feel the same way, but we can't ostracize him just because he shaved. We're bearded.
So what about Hand of Fate? Does that count as a deck building game?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I played one.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it. I played the
second
one. And I want to play more of it.
Did you play Binding of Isaac?
I did not.
Did you play
I
Darkest
played a
Dungeon?
little bit of it. But...
KO plays a lot of it.
Any roguelite ever?
Yeah. Yes.
Then if you liked that and you liked that roguelite, you will most likely like Slay the Spire.
Is FTL a roguelite?
Yes.
I love that game.
It has roguelite elements.
Okay.
Replay, unlock things, permadeath.
You know the map in FTL? It's that with a deck builder.
Except you know what you're getting, kind of. You know the general classification of what you're getting. But the Ascension mode is pretty cool. It's basically New Game Plus. So you defeat one Ascension level, it unlocks the next, which is harder and has more elite enemies, and it gets all the way up to Ascension 10, where I'm just assuming it kicks you in the dick every level. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to.
I've heard you like that. The dick kicking, that is.
Nice.
I don't like it, but it's important to be prepared for any situation.
James Corp.
Hi.
What's up?
How you?
Bray? How you feeling? You were sick the last couple of days. How you doing, man?
I was fucking ill from Tuesday till probably about Saturday, and it started to go on Sunday. So,
You had any remedies?
Yes, day and night nurse.
Is that like a person or pills? Oh, okay.
It's a drug.
Okay.
It's a drug.
It's like a Dayquil.
Yeah, I paid someone to
exactly
constantly take care of me. That's how I got better.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you just have a nurse.
I think it's the same
day
thing.
and
As,
night?
I think it's the same thing what you just said, but the English version. So
yeah.
But yeah, it does help, man. Yeah.
Nurses are great, man.
And I had to work on Friday and Saturday, so working with a cold is miserable for anyone.
It's never fun, yeah.
Especially when you've got to stay up stupidly late because you've got to work late.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's my wife right now, basically. She's just like coughing up a storm.
What else? I did Exalted on Tuesday night for Wednesday morning type thing. Yeah, that was all right. Really nervous about it, though, because of how sort of crunchy it is.
Wait, what game is
like Exalted, which is White Wolf. Well, it was White Wolf. Now it's Onyx Path. But yeah, I don't know. I think once I slowly introduce all the system, it will make more sense. But there's a lot to it. I was so fucking worried about it as well. Which, like when I first started the stream, I was absolutely pooping myself because I wasn't sure how good it was going to turn out. But it was all right. It worked out all right in the end. I even got hosted by Onyx Path as well, but they're not got many massive followings anyway.
Yeah, I get that all the time when we do the. They're actually pretty active on Twitch, like for all their stuff.
They're way more active than fucking Modifius with Star Trek. I like tweet them, and then like the day later, they retweet that I'm live. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I mean, like Onyx Path was good. They actually gave me bits one time as well, which was strange. They're just like, here's $1, and I'm like, oh, thanks. So I love you guys.
But yeah, I think it'll be good. Our Star Trek games had to take a Star Trek and D&D games had to take a hiatus because the GM's going in to have operation on his back, so we won't be able to do anything for a few months because he's going to be on his back.
Wow, man!
For a few months.
Yeah, shit. That's
so.
Fuck, man. The recovery on that must be abysmal. I can't even imagine that.
I think he said at least 2 months.
Yeah,
we're gonna do. So on Sunday we're gonna do Fiasco, one-off Fiasco, and I don't know what to do with the D&D group.
Can you even do a fucking follow-up Fiasco? Can you even do a campaign of Fiasco? I don't think so. I don't think it's.
Yeah,
we're just gonna do.
We're gonna do one off. We're gonna do one off, and then we're gonna move on to Deadlands for the Sunday after.
I'm gonna start up a Deadlands game pretty soon too. Actually, you like for me that whole system is like okay. I hope you know American history up to a point because it's real life, and then it gets to something. I think it's like what was the battle?
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. Yeah, and then after that, it's
but
like
it happened. But it happened.
weird.
The reckoning had happened like a few years before. The Great Quake of '68 is when it first happened, when it all kicked off.
Yeah. So
when California fell into the ocean, basically.
Yeah. So I mean that's the part that gets me because like I like Bibles of games. You know, like Cyberpunk has a great Bible for their city and stuff like that, and Shadowrun has a good Bible for their cities as well.
Deadlands got a great Bible if you read it. I don't know which version you're doing, but there's so many tidbits in it. Like, you know, if you choose a location, there's like, oh, this, especially in the Marshal's Handbook. I don't know what version you're going to do Reloaded or you're going to do Classic.
I don't know because like it's utterly fucking confusing to know which book is which in that system. It really is. Like looking at drive-through RPG, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy like 9 books to play this fucking game.
Okay, so any book with orange is classic, and any other color books is generally not classic.
I'm probably going to do the more modern one, the one that runs on Savage World, I think.
Savage World. All right. Well, It will be the problem. The only problem that I find with Savage World Deadlands is it loses any of the flavors that it had. It's easier. It's considerably easier to run, but not.
I'm no stranger to running complex shit, but like I'll need to fucking actually read it and whatever. It's Well, I'll look into it more. I really will.
Okay, I will give you some. I will show you stuff, and you can have a look and then choose.
Yeah. No, that's probably what I'll end up doing. I didn't know you knew so much about it. Now I have someone to fucking pester, so that's good.
I know lots about Deadlands. It's like my favorite system ever.
Ooh, okay.
Like seriously, like my favorite system ever.
Awesome. Doc Gast, the myth himself. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hello. How are you? How you doing? How's things?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Sweet. Prilo.
Wow.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
What's up?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Padding.
Well, you see,
you look slimmer. Can I just say that you look much skinnier than you used to?
Thanks.
He's got a glow about him, you know. He's
Yeah, I think I need some sun around here.
Oh, you know who you look like?
Hang on,
Macaulay
you live in
Culkin.
Florida.
Oh, fuck off.
How do you not have sun? You live in Florida. You just walk out and you get sun.
You see, when you don't step outside for long periods of time, it's you have shutters on your windows so you don't see the light.
I'm confused as to how shaving is going to help that.
James can help what?
You said you need to get sun on your face, so.
Oh, I mean, after I shave, like it's a little bit whiter here than.
Then said you don't ever go outside and have shutters.
I do every once in a while. It's still a noticeable difference.
They don't have sun in Poland right now.
Anyways,
it's snowing all the time.
I have gotten back into Smite because of our last discussion with Doc Gask, and he said that Anubis is OP'd, and yes, he is. Holy fuck!
I thought you were playing
try Hades.
Paladins.
Try Hades next.
Try Hades. I don't even. I play against him. I play X-Ball, so. And play arena, so I just do tons of damage, get a lot of kills. Hooray, AoEs!
Hell yeah!
Hades is honestly gross. You can go in 1v5 and ult and lifesteal enough that they can't kill you before they all die. It is disgusting.
Are you into it to where you watch the patch notes at all? Because I caught the patch notes this time.
Yeah.
And apparently they're nerfing hunters instead of the mages. Which a lot of people were freaking out. Like, what? Why? Hunters aren't a problem. The mages are a problem. So.
Yeah, no, the mages are definitely a problem. And the assassins are really strong at the moment as well. But I think that's just because of the jungle changes in general.
See, all you need to know is what to talk to Doc about, because then he'll actually say things in the intro.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have talked about the
But
games
dude,
I'm
like,
playing, but
I
it's
actually had to.
the same shit.
Yeah, I had to bust out my old keyboard because it has a. I used to play Smite a lot, and it has this little side area that has the buttons different. And I started playing, and I was like, it's been years since I played it, but my muscle memory was pressing buttons that weren't there, and I was like, I gotta get my old keyboard back out. So I did that, and it took me a little bit used to getting back.
That's like
used to-
PTSD levels of fucking like video game playing right there.
It's muscle memory.
It's muscle memory.
Yeah.
This is like waking up in the morning and going for the gun under your pillow because you still think you're in Vietnam. Muscle
maybe a
memory.
But
I think that's Pete.
But after I did that, man,
Hmm.
I started wrecking in the game. Like I've been going a few deaths and well over 20, sometimes 30 kills.
So it's just like riding a bicycle.
Oh yeah, it's great. And I'm like, why did I ever stop playing this game? It feels good.
Almost convinced that they like reset the matchmaking, because I've been going up against people that have like 40 minutes of game time,
Really?
and I'm like in the thousands, and it's just not fair. It's like I feel bad because I'm just like walking up as a tank and just bopping them and they explode. And it's like, shit,
I did
just
my
right now.
my Herc movement speed build to where they're expecting me to do my 2 and to like fling them back at me, and I just run straight at them, and I move so fast because anything that has movement speed, you buy, and then you get behind them and just push them into your teammates. And
See, I never played Smite.
oh, it's freaking hilarious.
It's
Do
a
you know what I
MOBA.
never
It's a MOBA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
it's
that shit.
a third person MOBA.
Well,
It's
they,
great.
they also like stopped developing on Tribes Ascension.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Beg
so
your
salty.
pardon, good
So it's
sir.
like
They have restarted developing Tribes thanks
What?
to Smite income.
Since when?
They brought the Tribe servers back on like 2 years ago because Smite was making so much money they were able to afford to keep Tribes.
Yeah, but they
running
didn't. They
again.
never told anyone, or else I would be
yeah, I
playing
didn't
that
know about
game.
it.
That I mean, they made a pretty big
Look at
deal
the
about
smiles on there, like it's
because you
back,
weren't
it's
interested in
back.
Smite, you didn't hear about this. But
Yeah.
no, they started developing
I'm
Tribes.
fucking
because they were
sorry,
making money.
Jesus. You need to
Yeah.
play the MOBA to play the first-person MOBA. Okay, like, fuck.
But yeah, that's been a lot of fun, and like I actually wanna, I don't know, I want to play a game. Like right now, I want to go play Smite. I haven't had that feeling in a while, to where I really want to go play a game. So,
Oh, I get it. Your old keyboard was laced with cocaine. That's why you're feeling this.
yes.
You're
Yes.
just like, I want to touch my keyboard again.
But yeah, it I don't know. It feels good to be back in that game.
And last
I've
month,
also been playing Paladins and
yeah, I heard that is still coming along, and I'm really disappointed that they decided, fuck it, man, let's pivot to a MOB to be this
what's that, a
battleground.
battle royale?
Yeah.
No, I'm still like I said, I'm interested to see a class-based shooter
You know what?
of that kind.
Fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 has a battle royale mode in it.
Of course they do. Everyone's gonna fucking do a battle.
I mean,
Royale
it's a
mode now.
good game mode, man. It's like engaging, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's engaging. I
They'll-
like it.
And they'll probably have loot boxes that you have to pay for as well.
Yeah, probably not. They'd probably just sell their credit cards again.
I really hate the here earn money, get a random crate. Oh, this crate you have to buy a key to open. Sorry that you just spent your money, in-game money, on something that's RNG based, and now you have to use a key to open it.
No.
Who does that?
That's TF2.
That's how PUBG is working now too.
Oh, who cares about what? I mean, unless you have a skirt. Like, who cares about that shit?
PUBG's
There
old.
is skirts. What's that?
PUBG's old news.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, I mean,
We're all about Fortnite now.
Yeah, Fortnite has 4
I hate
million
that game so much.
concurrent users, man. 4
It's
million.
so bad.
Who cares? It's a free-to-play game.
Battle plan, build a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, they're probably just going to sell credit cards again in that game. Or just like gold bullions or whatever the fuck they use in the Wild West.
Dollars.
Yep.
Don't fucking talk to me about a make-believe currency there, James.
Well, that's what they
Probably
use in the
say-
Wild West.
I shaved my
Dollars.
beard, and now he gets us confused.
Because he was in America.
No, it's if you don't have a beard, he doesn't bother to remember your name.
Oh god.
It's not that he's getting you confused. It's just you've become one of the nameless.
No, I'm getting closer to my dad. Right, my dad's statement of the entire century is, "I want to be friends with my friends." When he was drunk, and when he's angry at us, he would say, "Dave, Michael, Brett, fuck, the kid." You know, he'll go through the entire list of children that he has before he gets to the name.
He had to be drunk to do that?
No,
Most people
his
just do
drunk
that.
his drunk
Okay.
statement was, "I would just want to be friends with my friends," and
Gotcha.
he's never lived that one down. So
I mean, I just want to be friends with my friends too.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
yeah,
Frankly, I don't like many other people.
Do you have friends?
Hmm.
Do you have friends?
Oh, some.
I'm his friend.
Good.
We're friends,
Wow.
right, Eugene?
We're all
I
friends
would
here.
say so.
One friend.
Yeah.
Free,
I was just asking a
Lord.
question. I wasn't expecting him to say no. I don't have friends. I mean, he looks like a capable guy of getting friends.
All right.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Prylor expected me to say no.
No, that's not what I meant.
I mean, that's how you asked the question.
No, I was.
There was a
asking,
moderate
like,
level of surprise when you like.
You said that you want to be friends with your friends. So if you have friends,
Go
you're friends
on.
with your friends. So bam.
Keep digging. I like it. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started. Spooty's gonna come in anytime soon, so let's just keep it going.
Spoot. When's he
Spooty.
gonna do his intro?
Yeah, he's not here. Hi, I'm Spooty. I make food, but my website has a bug in it where you can't actually go to it. So, anyway, guys,
Spooty makes food.
well, he has a blog about it. He and his wife make girlfriend, sorry, not wife, make
Okay.
good food for cheap money. Apparently, so that's the
Last
whole
week's
thing.
episode, I would not want to eat anything he makes.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get a recap going because I want to get a collective memory of what everyone remembers what happened last time.
I can't remember
Right.
shit.
So we got a mission.
Yep.
It was one of them. Listen, if you do this, it's going to lead to other jobs. But if you fuck it up,
Mm-hmm.
well, we're done with you forever. No second chances.
Yeah.
So we asked, well, what's this mission then? And the mission was go assassinate this dude. Find out
Okay.
that that dude is another Johnson. So that another Johnson is in another place. So we go on a little side quest to get ourselves some sins because none of us except for Prylor had one. Excuse me,
Dane.
Lurdane
Yeah.
had his, and you had a fake one. Anyway, so we went on a little side mission, got that all knocked out, recruited our good old friend Mall Cop Senior,
Brant.
Brant,
I forgot about him.
the pacifist Shadowrunner Mall Cop with the comically overweight wife and multiple kids whom he loves but also hates and has been feeding them all baby food.
Yep.
Um,
Runner named Gator.
Yeah, running name Gator.
Uses bear traps as his main weapon.
Hmm. Then we
And
drove
the
across the
taser gun.
border to go to Richville, McGee. We painted our van, well, Doc's van, into a wonderful "we're workers, don't shoot us on sight." I went to the zoo, was very tempted to let go all of the animals, decided against it.
Yep. And
Don't worry, if you're looking for animal carnage, it's gonna happen before we leave this city.
Oh,
Wink,
yeah.
wink, nudge, nudge. Betty the old. How's your neighbor? Anywho, then we went to the park. Mouse was kind enough to use his fly spies to see what was going down. And what was going down was a baggie for a briefcase. We followed the briefcase. Baggie. Briefcase went into SUVs. We followed the baggie. Turns out the baggie was owned by two runners. One got a larger share, one got a shorter share. So what did we do? We kidnapped those mother truckers. We drove up in our van. We hijacked them. Then we bribed the one that got the smaller cut with the entirety of it and told him, hey, you give us a call should this guy ever call you back for a job. And don't tell anyone we did this. And he was like, cool, I'm out. See ya. Then we beat the crap out of this other guy because he wouldn't tell us anything. Turns out he wasn't telling us anything because he has a mod so that he doesn't feel any goddamn pain. So we stabbed him. Then I erroneously suggested that perhaps our hacker should hack into him.
Yeah.
And then things started going south.
Yeah.
So it's your fault. Excellent, thanks.
Oh, I'll take the blame. When we last left our heroes, myself and Merc were close to the gentleman in question, as Merc had just literally stabbed him. It was either Merc or Firebelly. Somebody stabbed him. I was talking to him.
Someone, I remember someone shot him.
Oh, Firebelly must have shot.
Yeah. Oop, I think we lost you, June.
If I did the talking, it was going to take.
Was it me?
You may have
shot him.
I think it was.
No, you were hacking.
Someone shot him in the leg, but he had a metal leg, and it was like, well, shit.
Yeah, and then he got stabbed in the shoulder. It doesn't matter. The important thing is he's been electrocuted by a net, tied up, shot, and stabbed, and still managed to hack Mouse's machine. So, Mouse is sitting wherever Mouse is. I believe me, Merc, and Firebelly are near the tied up, very pissed off Shadowrunner.
If I also remember, you got burnt out of his head or something like that, James?
No. They just like
they're dueling right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they are completely even. Lurdane fought off his initial attempt to hack him, then tried to hack him back and failed. So they're kind of at a stalemate right now. What did happen is his program tried and succeeded to hack Mouse's Deathbot, who is now in the process of powering on.
Yep.
And that is where we left the show.
That's right, because he had an auto-cast program that was whenever I get attacked, fucking grab his... Yeah, I remember now. Perfect.
Hack all the things.
Starts to scream, no, disassemble.
All right, so before we get back into this thing, no one has any purchases to make because you guys didn't get any XP last time, except for a couple of you. So did any one of you purchase anything?
We're in a van. I mean, when we've purchased anything.
Well, karma can be spent.
Discover some amazing character developments, you know, like, wait a minute. I know how to disarm a robot.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
So does anyone have anything that they want to purchase?
Now, we've already established that I can't currently spend XP on my robot and adjust its...
Yeah,
we got no karma last week, right?
No, you did.
I mean, it doesn't cost me karma to take things off the robot.
Like all of its guns.
No, I mean, no.
What did we get?
I don't. No, you didn't make any karma. You didn't make any money last week, did you?
Yeah,
no, we didn't.
No.
I mean, I stole some coffee.
Yeah, but I believe that Doc, you wanted to make. You have enough karma to make a purchase, right?
Okay.
No, I have 0 karma.
1 second.
Oh, okay. You're gonna.
We're in the middle of our run, so we're...
Okay, cool. Well,
what I wanted to do was like, I'm going to spend some money on upgrading my robot. First step, take off armor and guns.
Yep. Okay. So, all right then. Cool. Well, let's see what you guys do now.
Did anybody else want to add anything? It kind of went off on a...
No, I think that's pretty much sums it up. Like, you remember real
I know 2 of us were about to shoot him again because we saw the robot.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like, okay, roll initiative. I'm not gonna do that. You guys get one more round of doing something. I'll give you 2 more actions as a group before the robot is like, you know, it takes a little time for him to grab control of a robot from a distance and do a thing. So.
And he's not manually doing it. This is a program that's just automatically doing it. So
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it's basically just rewriting subroutines in the robot. Essentially, is how you should look at it more than anything. So is there any 2 things as a group? The same person can't do both things, both actions. So let's go. Decide amongst yourselves what you want to happen.
How aware? So this is what I need to know is. So we're operating on the assumption that the deathbot is loudly booting up and we're aware that that's happening.
Well, you get free actions like any other fucking time, so Mouse can easily tell you that it's been taken over. So
I feel like Mouse would immediately feel that it's like, because he's always slightly connected to everything in his network, and if it just suddenly left his network, it would be like, oh shit, my hand just fell off.
Yeah, it's like when someone leaves Discord and then they give that really loud notification. Yep. There you go.
Mouse-chan, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are.
I mean, Lurdane, you're unconscious fighting in the Matrix. So what do the rest of us want to do?
Well, I can still do an action in the Matrix.
Yep. Yep. You absolutely can. So, what would you like? What does the group want to do as a whole? Yeah.
Mouse, do you want to try to get your robot back under control?
I don't have the character to hack something offensively. Like I could attempt it, but it was more than likely going to fail.
Yeah, that's when he will get the that's when he gets the glitches and stuff like that, when he tries to use technology that isn't his.
Yeah, even then, like, I don't have hacking. I don't have any kind of. I have.
Yeah, so you guys can do a lot of things.
I don't have a deck. I can do like little hacks. I can do some sort of things, but trying to hack in and take control of a drone.
Yeah, but I mean, it's your drone that got hacked, so you would have to hack back into it to take it over again.
Yeah, or kill the guy.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, I could try and like stop him from taking control.
Unfortunately, you're still tied up with the program that's attacking you.
Okay. Yeah. Good point.
So, I mean, do we want to kill this guy? He's prone. I mean, we could coup de grace him if we wanted to, but that's going to end all of the
interrogation.
Yeah, we're not going to get anything else out of him if we coup de grace him. But we certainly can do that.
Could we not less than lethal take him out again?
I mean, maybe.
I've got an idea. One of you could like just yank the ammo belt feed out of the drone.
Is that a possible thing?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Mouse, I mean, you know what weapons are on your drone.
So, if I remember correctly, you actually have a physical weapon on there as well, right?
It's got an SMG with like a drum magazine on it.
Does your robot have the potential of self-destruction?
I mean,
it
anything
does have the potential to crash. It can just ram into things and deal impact damage.
But it's also worth pointing out that it's being hacked. So, and hacking, you can literally do anything you want in the system. So keep that in mind, that it is a possibility. He can also do a lot of damage to your sub-network that you have. And it also, for example, just putting this out there, he can take a blackmail... basically, your drone has optics on it, which means that there is a lot of packets or whatever.
As soon as he hacks that drone, he's seen all of us.
And on top of that, he's also seen evidence of anything that you've done where the drone has been active. So we're talking like the jewelry store heist.
Shit, he knows.
He knows stuff, and he's
or the stuff.
I mean, I would have to imagine that Doc does maintenance after every job and wipes the memory of that illicit activity.
Personality.
Yeah.
Dude, you can wipe illicit activity out without wiping her memory.
Look, I don't know how you treat your lady drones.
I wipe their memory of my illicit activity.
Drones,
God damn fucking weed.
Memory.
God damn it.
Normally I would say yes, he wipes everything, but because he's a weeb and she has a personality.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
All right, take a plot point for that, Doc.
But you're right.
Take a plot point for that. I'll give you a plot point for that. That's some tasty stuff right there. So there you go. There's a lot of things that can be done to you guys, even if it's not physical. Keep that in mind. So just yanking the ammo pack from it would make sure that you don't get Swiss cheesed. So that's one step. Is that what you want to do? That could be the first action. Very easy. Done. Ammo gone.
There is another option.
Mouse.
I can.
We can spend plot points to make devices malfunction for a short time. We already know my shit's busted because I got gremlins. I could spend a plot point to just have the drone fuck up and crash into the ceiling or something, and just stop working.
You made it a flying drone. That's right.
So the other, yes, you can do that, but that doesn't mean that he won't have access to blackmail information, that sort of stuff. If that's something you guys are worried about, because it is something I will use against you, especially Lodane. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh giggity. Now keep in mind that this guy isn't.
Mouse is just going to kill this guy, so just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Is that Mouse?
I mean, I think I'm just going to stab this guy in the eye, straight to the brain, to the base of the skull where his implants, the dull pain are.
So, I think that's to be completely honest. I think that's where we ended up. I think we all were just going to kill the dude.
Well, I mean, that's what I said I was going to do at the end of the session.
So two actions before we roll initiative. What would you like to do?
Yeah. So, unless you guys have a compelling reason to stop my character from stabbing him in the face, I'm going to take my sharpened claw and push it into his eyeball, through his brain, into the base of his skull.
Mm-hmm.
Just hope he doesn't have cyber eyes.
Lodane, do you still have your No, you got rid of your weakness, didn't you?
Yes.
So you're not
Also-
opposed to violence?
Also, wouldn't be aware of it because I'm currently in the.
He's in a coma.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm sometimes I forget where you are in the world. You're gonna get if you stab him in the eye while he's in his skull. I think you're just gonna get dump shocked, right? Like that makes the most sense.
No, he's not offensively hacking James. He has a program that is hacking James.
No, James is inside of this guy's neural.
No,
because I
you
couldn't access
attacked
it.
James before he got a chance to.
If I remember correctly, it was like the second James
Hacked into the Matrix, he was attacked.
It was immediately. James was on the defensive.
Oh right, sorry.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
I forget.
James is not in his brain.
Okay, if it's not clear, we haven't played this game in a long time.
It's been a while.
Either way, it would just be dumb shock. So he would just be like at maxed out stun track.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's but he's not inside of his thing that you're going to destroy, the CPU inside of his brain. That's fine.
Correct.
So action 1, stab him in the brain. Cool. Right. There's little to nothing he can do. There's no recourse. I mean, he tries to stop you from doing that. I mean, his hands are bound, so there's not much he can do there. And yeah, you kill
I'm
him.
an orc with 6 strength, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to even make you roll for that. You kill the man.
Did you do like the Terminator with the?
Oh yeah, it was slow. I'm not very quick, so this hurt. I don't care if he had no nerves.
So it's kind of like watching a grape slowly get cut in half through his eye. Like, oh man, that's nasty.
Yeah, it was real nasty.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mhm.
So the drone's still being hacked, though.
Am I still being hacked?
Yes.
I suppose just because we kill him doesn't switch all of his cyberware off automatically.
I mean, that's why I stabbed to the base of the skull where I.
I mean,
assumed
you got
But
that.
yeah, no, like
You 100% killed it. Whatever cyberware was inside of him is off. It's terminated. But people are still being hacked.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas.
How long has it been since we let the other dude go?
Probably about half an hour. Because if I remember correctly, you only captured one of them, and then you tracked down the other dude and captured him and brought him in here. So it's been a ways.
And we've been driving, so the other dude,
Yeah,
unless he
questioning
followed
that guy,
our
yeah.
van on foot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, we've got to do something about the drone. And I can't hack it, and I can't shoot it.
I can hack it.
You have a shot.
I can attempt to, can't I?
You're
still
being
being attacked.
you're being attacked still. So
So you'd have to-
Can I attack? So what's attacking me then?
A program.
an entity. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and. Look, can I try and crash the program?
Yeah, sure. If you want to. This will be an actual roll though. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Where did I put that sheet? There it is. All right. So this will be a versus. Now, what is your... I have to look up... what is your deck? You have some deck stuff, right? You have a...
Yeah, I've only got so I've got a Cyber Deck 1, Akira MCD 1, whatever. So basically, I may reroll 1 die on Matrix Action, Firewall +1, Matrix Condition Monitor 6. They run one program at a time. Woo.
I think you ended up rolling 14 dice last time you did this.
So it'll be hacking plus logic plus modifiers plus shadow amp. If you got it. So so your hacking is what? What's your total dice?
My hacking is 10, I believe.
10? Okay. And what is your deck give you modifier wise? I'm gonna actually take a look at your sheet. It might be easier.
So Data Jack gives me I may access the Matrix of full VR, get +1 dice to Matrix actions. So that knocks it up to
yeah.
11.
So there was also things in here that outside of combat. So let's see here. You may reroll 1 dice. You have a firewall +1, which is like your defense, right? When you run a defense. Okay, so Matrix Condition Monitor 6, and you may run... I'm pretty sure the Matrix Condition is like how much health you have inside the Matrix before you get pushed down. And you get your hacking, so you get a +2 dice on that as well. So, okay, cool, yeah. So you're probably rolling 12 dice here, unless you already put that in your hacking. You did. Yep. So you're just rolling straight 10 there because you got the mod there of 2.
Yeah.
So
I get +1 because of VR though.
Are you in full VR?
Well,
you're unconscious, so yeah.
Data checks.
Yep. Okay, so you get a +1 then.
Do you know what? I'm going to spend one of my plot points. What does the plot points do for me?
So plot points can be they're mostly used in combat. So basically, because you're not in combat, imagine this is a free turn for you, right?
Okay.
So you won't be able to live dangerously, but you can add a glitch. Basically, live dangerous lets you add a glitch die to your roll, which is like an extra D6, and if you get a 1, it's really bad, and if you get a 5 or 6, it's really good for you, right? Remember that. Shake it up, turn order change.
Right,
but yeah, you're out of the turn order basically. So a lot of these things don't mean anything to you.
Does Edge replenish, or does that not?
Yeah,
replenish?
Edge replenishes.
Your edge refreshes at the start of the session.
So you
I
get
have
one
one
edge.
yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Do I want to use Edge on this to take care of him?
It's up to you. If you use an edge beforehand, your hits will go from 5 down to 4, so it's easier to get, and you get an extra dice.
Sure.
Okay, so you'll have to roll this out manually. So just just write.
Okay.
What is it?
So it's 12. It'll be 12.
10. It's
It'll be
12d6 greater than 4. Cool.
8 successes.
That's not bad. Let's see what this guy is going to do. All right.
In fact, I'm gonna re-roll one of them.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
9 successes.
Yep. All right. All right. So it's logic plus firewall. Okay. And plus modifiers. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. I rolled garbage in this game.
No, I think last session you was rolling really well and we were rolling garbage.
I think I was also rolling pretty good in the fucking food fight too.
Now the shoe is on the other table.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you want to do?
Just crash the program. Completely just crash it if I can. I don't know if that's possible
yeah.
with 9 successes.
So, I mean, you just do damage to it. So basically, what is your hacking damage on your program? Do you know?
I don't have any hacking damage.
You don't have a program for hacking?
I've got exploit.
What's the exploit then?
But it's not. It says maybe roll 2 non-cyber combat hacking tests.
Ah, okay. Well, since you don't have an actual program for it, we'll just take the basic damage, which is for punching, it's 2. And then you add additional successes after the first one onto it for damage. So your damage, I guess, you got 9, so he does 10 damage to this thing, because of your extreme amount of successes there. And yeah, the program just like dips out. It's like this disappears. If you want to know what the program looked like, because you're in VR, so everything is like an augmented reality sort of thing. You're like on a datascape. It's very futuristic. What is your avatar, out of curiosity?
It is. I think it's like a. I know we did say this, but I think it's going to be like a. Oh my god! Brain's not working. Like a Fey like person. It's going to be very like Fey like, almost like Wraith.
Okay.
An elven Wraith type thing.
Okay.
Very
Ghostly?
Winter Court type thing.
Okay.
As a quick aside, the damage he does is the number of successes over the defense in stun damage directly to the attacker.
Yeah.
So he would have done what?
10
8
damage.
stun damage.
No, it's 10. Oh, wait, they don't get the bonus too? So it's just damage over.
It's the number of successes over stun damage to a decker using a cyber deck is applied.
7 stun damage directly to the attacker.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but he rerolled one, so yeah. So it's whatever his successes is, that's the damage he's dealing.
Yeah, so 8 then. Okay. Yeah, he still dips. Yep. Because like you, he has the same thing. So your stun that you can take and health that you can take is 6 right now, with your deck, and his is around the same by the sounds of it. So, but his avatar was kind of like a like your character doesn't know what it is, but it's a raccoon with a bandit mantle on his face, because you've never seen this animal before. But that's what it is. And it didn't look like it was a automated program as well. It's worth pointing out. Now that you've actually hit it, it actually it didn't have a subroutine that it would have went through that you noticed. It actually was a person.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that he's pushed out of your head and he's not attacking you, you still have now we go into turn order, and you guys are fighting a mysterious hacker, basically.
Okay.
So let's roll some initiative then, yeah?
So I mean, like at this point, I'm quite aware that we're being hacked in the van, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, you are very much aware.
I think I can fix that.
Oh yeah.
So the van is made of metal,
Yes.
and as we have established, I have all of my mechanical shit is in the back of the van, including a car battery charger. You know, the portable jumpstart kits.
Mm.
This is going to hurt.
If I were to electrify the walls of the van with a low current, it would turn it into a Faraday cage, blocking all incoming and outgoing signals.
Do you have
My knowledge of
do you have
engineering,
rubber
I would
floor?
fucking right on top of that.
Do you have like a
No,
rubber floor?
it's only a car battery. It'll be a tingle at the worst.
Yeah.
No, it will be more than a tingle, but it won't kill us.
Can I get some
Yeah,
initiative
I
from you
mean-
there, Mouse?
It's an option, you know. Just
No, I think it's a good option. I'm just saying, being shocked by a car battery, especially one where you're literally attempting to create a Faraday cage, is gonna...
All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll go descending order here. We'll go. Okay, that's perfect. I was going to say the hacker goes on and Lodane because you both have the same dice, but since you're a PC, you can go first. But yeah, that's the order.
And just as a note, remember I go last.
Yes, I am aware of that. Mouse.
I mean, I think I've established that I'm going to attempt to electrocute the walls of the van and block any incoming.
Now
and outgoing
let's get a little bit of like insight here. Is this something that Mouse has like prepped in advance?
If you saw Mouse,
Like, is it? Do you have like a
if we'd ever
hook?
been to Mouse's house,
Yeah.
he actually has this built into the walls. He's got like like rebar that he's ripped out of old buildings is on the walls.
Like I
with
imagine,
wires.
for some reason, I'm imagining like a chicken wire lining on the inside of your wall of the panels, and like
Chicken wire's a bit fancy.
or some sort of like woven metal, right? You know,
Yeah.
and then you have some sort of outlet in the back of your car that you just like hook a battery up to, and it just like instantly like electrocutes it. Like if this is something that you have prepared in advance, I would say that there is no threat to the people on the inside, nor is there a threat to your electronics on the inside, because you would have prepared it in such a way that has rubber insulant on the inside of the car, in between the car and the Faraday cage wire.
I can see what you're saying. Like, if I had prepared ahead, then I would have had some kind of safety procedure in place.
Mhm.
But I don't
Here's
think he would have.
in my thought, the container or storage place where his beloved robot is, that probably is insulation so that his robots are safe. And his seat where he sits down to activate the wire is probably safe. He probably didn't bother making any other part of the van safe.
All right then.
Because why would he?
Okay then. All right. I'm okay with that. If you want that, Doc is fishing for plot points, right? I gave him a freebie, and he's like, "No, I'll just take a plot point."
Well,
so here,
I mean,
have
I
a
would-
plot
I
point
would-
for endangering your entire crew and yourself by illuminating your car with electricity. So there you go. Take that.
It's not a huge current. I'm sure everyone will be okay.
I'm gonna make everyone make concentration checks on their attacks or whatever it is that they do.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a mild annoyance. It's like your
It's
ears
a
are ringing
slow,
constantly.
constant charge. It's not like a sudden jolting electrocution. It's just constant low current running through everything in the car,
All
in
right.
the van.
Cool. I know what's gonna happen.
Are you going to dump shock me? Because I'm probably going to be outside the.
Yeah,
vehicle,
that's what's
do you know
gonna
what I mean?
happen.
Yeah, sorry. No incoming or outgoing.
Yep. So you turn this on. Yeah, let's get I don't know how to do dump shock in terms of damage, but I'm just gonna put it down to like your defense versus a difficulty here, James. So let's get a logic willpower defense from you. That actually
Logic
might be...
can.
I mean, there's a defense roll, so just use the defense roll, James.
No, because this is different. This is like mental stuff only. So
Oh, not okay.
yeah. So give me a logic willpower defense roll. So just roll those two bases together.
I have a question. Can I spend a plot point to act out of turn and get out of the car and drag someone with me?
He wants to shake it up.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
I want to spend a plot point to go first because I'm going to electrocute all you motherfuckers.
Okay.
Because it just goes to, this is one of my things, protecting my brother. So I'm going to pull my brother out of the van with my plot point.
But does he even? Yeah, but has Mouse made it aware?
I think he
Obviously,
would
he's doing it.
Yeah, so
What's
the
that?
way that it would go, right? He narrates doing this thing and going up to the thing, and he's about to clip on, and then he's like, "Oh fuck!" You spend the plot point and you drag a bitch out. That's what happens here. Like, there's no like, it's not like we go back in time and then he goes first. It's not like that. His Mouse's turn is happening. You before the action finalizes, you drag him out. So don't worry about it. So yeah, you drag him out. And I guess Lodane, your turn is over. Oh wait, no, Lodane, you're still being in the VR right now. What are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna try and find where this hacker's coming from. That's my first point. Do I
Now
see
that
him?
you're outside the safety of the van,
Well, I don't know. Did you leave the door open?
What's that? No, I had to close the door and look for, I don't know, like a bus bench or something.
Yeah, okay. You close the door. You can't see anything inside the car now, James. Lodane, sorry. And you can't find... Oh, I guess we can make a roll and see if you can see it. But actually, no, you won't be able to see it because whatever you're looking for is inside the car.
Okay. Right, this is throwing me completely off. Obviously,
fucking spoilers.
Because I can't see the car anymore.
Exactly. Like the car's just like a big black hole in your vision.
And
right?
I'm in the car.
No, you got
My
dragged
body's in the
outside the car.
No, but I don't know that.
But he
do I?
doesn't know
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, fuck. That'd be so weird, wouldn't it? It's like punching someone in VR when they're not there. You know, like.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. So the hacker's gonna go. Well, basically what happens, I guess, the Faraday cage gets turned on, and the robot goes silent. Robot turns off. Oof.
Yeah, he has gremlins, so he knows how to switch things off suddenly.
Mhm.
I think that might be part of it. It's like he's prepared for the occasional robot going mad and shooting at him.
Yeah.
She has personality.
Fail switch, yeah. Type of stuff.
So yeah, that's his turn.
She's very tsundere.
Hermes. Let's get a little shocking.
Yeah, I mean,
So you're sitting there, right? This is why I want you to have your turn. Your hair starts to stand up everywhere on your body.
Yeah,
you
I'm a
become like a giant ball
now.
of fluff. You're just like.
I guess seeing the robot power down and being a giant poof ball now, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna look over this guy's possessions, see if he's got anything on him that might be useful.
Give me a perception check.
Take your
Of
finger off,
course.
man.
Loot the bodies.
Is perception a skill?
Yeah, it's above memory and initiative and defense.
Ah, yes. Uh-huh.
And this will be an average difficulty to see.
I have
Okay.
achieved the goal.
So you've seen bugs before. There's a dead fly on his hair. In this guy's hair.
Is this an actual fly, or is this a
No.
mechanical fly?
It's a mechanical fly.
Right in the middle of that, I'm assuming you said mechanical fly.
It is a mechanical fly, yeah.
So, like, mouse, ouch. I hand him the tiny fly.
Mm-hmm.
I think like as you like drop it into my hand, there's a nice little arc of electricity jumps to you from me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Anything else on this dude?
I mean, aside from like normal Shadowrunning gear, there's probably a pistol of some script. This guy had a lot of internal like cybernetics and stuff, right? He was very, I would say, laced with technology. So if you wanted to take some of that, you'd have to fucking cut him open and stuff. But
I don't care much about that. I was talking about like, did he have any like identification?
oh, I mean, would you carry identification on a run?
Fake shit. I mean,
no, he didn't have any fake sins or nothing like that. He had a pistol. He has a burner cell phone, the same type that the other guy had, right? Oh, sorry, whatever they fucking call the cell phone.
Yeah,
Pad
whatever.
or whatever I think it's called. And that's really about it. Most of like you would assume that most of the, like if you go over like his hand, since you got a really good perception check, you go over his hands. There's like metallic slots in between his fingers. Obviously where he would extend any sort of knives, maybe. One of his fingers actually comes off, and there's like a toolkit inside of his fingers on his hand.
shit, we killed Wolverine and Professor Gadget.
Yeah. His legs have a holster where
Who's
you.
Professor Gadget?
American thing, don't worry about it.
And there's one of his legs actually has a holster in it for putting a sidearm, and his legs are like metallic, but they've got like a synthetic skin on them, so they look real. So he can RoboCop a gun out of his leg, basically.
I'm just gonna say this guy's worth more than whatever run we're on.
Most likely, yeah.
Probably. Well, now he's dead, so maybe we can probably sell him for parts. I'm going to wipe my claw off on his shirt or whatnot.
Yeah, so it was a mixture of red blood and like synthetic white oil that came out.
Gross.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe not as gross as stabbing him in the eye in the first place, but still gross.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. So the hacking.
I don't really have anything else to do with my turn, so.
Yeah, so I mean, what you can assume from this little fly spy that was in his hair, he probably had a like some sort of like home-based hacker. Like he had his Otacon essentially, right? Like this guy was a proper Shadowrunner. You know, like he knew how to fucking run some shadows for sure.
Defeated by thugs and a car battery.
Yeah, everyone makes a mistake, man. You know, he let his guard down for 10 seconds and he got netted. So, like, you know. Like...
Speaking of netted, what is our
what's
friend? Where's our friend?
neighborhood
Oh no,
bear
he's
trap?
in the car. I just forgot to add him to the turn order. So, yeah.
All right. So
Can
he's getting
you
slightly
get
shocked.
anything from that mouse? Do you know what it is, mouse?
There's a good chance.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I can try, but
Should
it'll
we
probably-
get Lurdane?
yeah, I don't want to die.
Okay. If I open this door, is your robot gonna try and kill us again?
Well, the moment you open so just so you know, the moment that you take these electronics outside of this safety net is the moment that they get reactivated like that, pretty much. So,
I mean, well,
Don't do that.
I mean, I can
Mouse-
ease.
before you disable them, right? You can disable them.
Yeah.
But having said that, you lose that will like permanently sever the connection to whatever's controlling this thing if you did that. So
yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't you be able to like put a thing on it so that it?
I was just going to put the fly spy in a jar.
But we want to be able to follow it. Doesn't it give like information?
If you were to say, GM, I want to spend a couple of plot points to say that I have a tiny Faraday cage to put this thing in, I'd be like, okay.
No, I want it.
I didn't think so.
No, I want it online. I want it to actually turn on.
Do you
And
have any?
It creates a link to him. But if I just stick it in a jar or something, it's just like a fly. It's not going to get out.
Could we put
Probably.
it in like a covered jar?
Yes, we can put a lid.
Okay. Is that what you're going to do?
I'm like, I go and I cut like piece of this guy's shirt off and wrap it around the jar.
All right. Let me know when you open the Faraday cage again.
So I'm going to drop the
something
last
about
line in.
your robot.
Yeah, and I'm going to like unplug something. I don't know what it would be, like the
Power supply?
yeah. I don't know what it would be called, but I'm going to disarm but not destroy the robots so that I can plug it back in later.
There's probably like an emergency cable you can sever in the head that you can just, repair later.
Yeah,
I mean,
something.
literally,
I'm not going to like.
There would
stomp
be
on it.
cables connecting whatever its power supply is to the rest of the machine. If you
Yeah.
unplugged
Unplug
those
it.
cables, it has no more power.
Yeah,
It
so you
cannot
just
be
be able to
robot.
solder that back on later, like it's not a big deal. Thank you.
I'm just going to disable her.
Yep.
Sadly,
It.
I'm probably like whispering, "I'm so sorry.
Boom.
I know
Done.
it's not your fault."
Only a child. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. You open the thing again. You open the back door of the van or the side door. I forget which type of van you have. Probably both. And the fly. I don't know if you look inside, but James, you start getting assaulted again pretty much instantly.
Cool. I like getting assaulted.
So yeah, let's see who goes first. Roll initiative for me, James. Oh, Lodane, sorry.
24.
Oh, sorry, that's defense. Okay, so he's going to go first. He's going to attempt to, I guess, like leave something in your system, like a back door. He's attempting to create something and alter your
Hold a mark.
systems. Yeah,
I'm not letting him do that.
that's why you're going to roll a defense for me.
So what is my defense in the
Well,
matrix?
it should be his hacking plus his firewall, right?
Yeah, so hacking, it's
Hacking
logic
plus
it's
fire.
yes, logic plus firewall dice plus any modifiers plus any shadow amps you have. So because you're not hacking, you don't get that +2 bonus that you get. You're on the defensive here. So you're basically rolling.
But your deck has a firewall of 1.
Yes, so you're rolling logic, which is 5 plus 1. Modifiers. Let's see here. You can re-roll. So it's +2 because you're in Matrix full VR. So it's 5 plus 2 basically is what you're rolling here.
Is that it?
Yep. Logic.
Wow.
Yeah, when you're on the defensive, you don't get a hacking dice. There is no, which is why you were able to fucking do so well in the last one, I guess. Because his
Just
hacking
like
dice-
guns, where shoot first wins. And hacking is whoever shoots first is generally on the upper
Mhm.
hand.
I mean, in fairness, on your defense, you rolled 10d6. So
No, I rolled 8d6 on my defense. So. Or did I roll 10? I did.
you rolled
yeah.
10.
Mhm. So I think you'll be fine. That's not bad. You can re-roll one of those, by the way, too, because you're in VR. So.
No.
Okay. All right. So he is going to roll his. Wow.
Whew.
It's
This is where the NPC spends his edge.
actually, you know what? That's a good plan. I really want to leave a back door here, so I'm going to do that. So let's see here. What he is rolling, I guess 9 more dice. Okay, cool. So basically, he does that thing where like you're both anime characters standing on like a samurai battlefield. He runs and swings, and he's already put his sword back in his sheath. And you feel like a digital line cut across your avatar. But then it heals back up, and he's gone.
I'm tracing him.
Okay, go ahead. So basically, you can find him by looking into the Fly Spy and trying to connect to the connections outside. So this will be a... Do you have any programs here to help track IPs or anything like that?
No, because I didn't start with enough amps to do half of this stuff anyway. Because if I've got to buy everything as an amp, that's going to get really expensive. Like, really expensive.
Amps aren't that expensive to buy basic. You just need programs mostly.
Yeah, but you're only limited to so many amps though, aren't you?
I don't think we're going to have that problem in this game too much. Like, honestly.
The way I've seen it, your exploit is kind of... It can do a little bit of everything, but it can't do anything exceptionally well.
Yeah, so you could upgrade your exploit or something. But basically right now, because it's non-combat, you can re-roll 3 dice on this. So it's not going to be too difficult for you to do this. So I'm going to say that it's going to be hard, so I'll be rolling 10 dice against you.
Okay.
So if you want to do this, basically that before it goes cold, because that is such a thing in this game. And then 5. All right. Go ahead and make it roll. This will be hacking, and you get all your bonuses. So you get hacking +2, which you've already got, and then you get a +1 for being in Matrix. So
what do I get for specialization?
I think you took con, right? Performance?
No, I took computer hacking +2.
Yeah, but that's already in your mod thing there. So if you look at your skills...
No, that's code. I'm assuming that's Code Slinger. Because Code Slinger gives me +2 dice in hacking.
Okay, yeah, okay. I see. I might have got those two confused. So yeah, you would have a +3 then on this. But you're not at a computer right now, are you?
I'm on a cyber deck. That's a computer.
Well, you're not hacking a computer though.
That's machine that has a computer chip on it. It's still a computer.
GM, there's a computer chip in the car. I can hack the car. It's a computer. Jeez, man. Okay, I'll give you this one. So yeah, +3 on this. Go ahead. You are rolling a hard dice, yeah. Okay, yeah. You can track him. It seems that he is.
If I get better successes, does better things happen, or is it I just need to beat it by 1?
I would say that if you get like above 5 additional successes, that there would be some sort of like, greater effect here to some degree.
Okay, so I've got 4 successes then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, basically, it's going to some location. You have the address, right? That's what you've gained. And it is about 10 minutes drive away from where you are right now. He's relaying off a lot of... he's piggybacking off a lot of other drones that he has around the city.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna do the same thing that he did to me. I'm gonna fry his board, or attempt to fry his board.
I mean, he's not in the Matrix right now. You've tracked where the ping came from. Like, you're not fighting him, James, essentially. The reason why he's not in your thing anymore is because he actually disconnected himself. So what you found is like a trace, right?
Right.
And what you've actually discovered by successfully hacking this is that he has a drone network around the entire city that he uses to springboard his hacking test from. So that's why he's so far away from where you are right now. So you can go there via car in about 10 minutes time. And whether or not he'll be there is really up to... Actually, let's get another roll here to see how much of a trail you left. Because I'm capable. I want to see if you were rushing it, because I don't think that this would give you. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see how well you've hidden your presence, basically. Because if you haven't, if you succeed this next test, I would say that you'd probably find him there. Like, you'd be pretty confident in his ability to hide, right?
Okay. But you said he's not in the Matrix, so you wouldn't know that I've detected him.
Sure. But if he tries to access any drones in the next 10 minutes, right, for whatever reason, there's a good chance that he might find you. But because remember, he did leave a back door in you, essentially.
Okay.
So maybe he like jump back in and try and get in that back door that of yours. Is that too much like GMing, do you think? Or are you fine with that description of some description?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% how the system works.
I'm giving you a chance to like cover your tracks here. Do you think that's too much, or do you?
Well, I beat the difficulty by 3 successes.
No, he had 2 successes and you got 4. So.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, okay.
You beat it by 2, which is not a whole lot. That's why I'm giving you another chance to do this.
Okay. So all right then. So I'll hide my tracks.
Yeah. All right.
How do you want to do this?
It would just be the same check, but I'll make it again. And because of your success, I'm going to dump it down 2 dice. How about that? So I'm only rolling 8 instead of 10. If you think that's too much, I'm happy to just say that, you know, you found him and stuff. So, but I'm starting to, these sorts of things are sort of weird, right? Like, because it's so like not set in stone or whatever.
On. Whoops.
I mean, you can re-roll some stuff in there.
How did that happen? How did I only roll 3 dice?
No, you rolled a lot of dice. You rolled 13 dice there. You rolled, 13 dice.
Did I? What else is it showing on your thing?
If you mouse over it, it says 10 plus 3, and it shows all the results. You got a 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 4.
He's still seeing his previous roll, his defense roll. It does this to me sometimes, where it doesn't like automatically update on my end.
That's weird. You guys see the one?
Short answer, you got one.
You got 1 success, James.
Yeah.
That's only showing 3 dice.
It's showing all 13 for me.
We can see it's updated on our end, but not on your end. Like I said, it does this to me sometimes. It will like take a bit.
Well, that's a
before
load of wank then, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough.
So you can re-roll the 3 dice. So if you just press up twice, you'll get that. How did you only have 1 edge? All right, so 2 successes. Hey, all right. Well, I mean,
who wins in a tie?
The defender, I guess, in this case.
Am I the defender because I'm hiding myself?
I guess it would go to the GM in the tie in this instance. Like, if you're the defender, like, because I'm not attacking you, right? Like,
well, actually, in this case, you are. In this particular case, he's hiding his tracks, and then you're coming back and checking his work. So this isn't an attack. This is actually not covered by any of the rules. So you kind of need to determine, like, this is basically he succeeded in finding a location, and now you're asking him to cover up his work. Like hide the tools that he used to get that information.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are fucking with Shadowrunners. These guys know how to do a thing or two. Yeah. So
and you're basically coming through and doing like a network diagnostic to see if anybody fucked with your shit.
So essentially, I would say that you've bought yourself some time. How about that? We're in the middle, you know. He won't find your trace. He will eventually find that you've seen where he is. But I would say that if you... Let's say that it buys you 6 minutes.
And how far of a drive is it?
10. But, you know, with some offensive driving, you can get there.
I'm pulling...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm unjacking.
Unjacking?
I'm jacking off.
Jacking out, I think, is the correct terminology.
He's jacking off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jack off the Matrix,
Oh yeah, that sounds like my average day.
and then I'm gonna be a bit confused. I'm now outside the van rather than
At
inside
a bus
the van.
stop,
But
yeah.
quickly jump back in the van and go, Mouse, drive to this address and give it and put your foot on it.
The
Whoa, whoa,
hair
whoa.
on your
And I
head
jump-
starts to turn
I
up.
jump in the van.
No.
My hair's already like
Jeez.
up like that anyway, so it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It just becomes even more fabulous.
Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing, guys. You have a couple of options here. I do need to remind you about the SUVs with the other briefcase, which was a part of what you needed to do. If you choose to follow this lead, you are essentially you will be cold casing the next part, right? So that's worth
If you
pointing
do
out.
this, we're giving up on the briefcases.
Yeah, essentially.
I thought
you'll have to start fresh from that. So.
Effectively
I have
done
a
that already because we like.
Question.
Yeah.
Spoody's in chat.
Yeah, we'll go to
Do you
break
wanna
and then we
take a
can break.
break?
Yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll come back. Yeah, how about that? Because then we can bring Spoody. Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Hard. We got a decision to make. Do you chase Hackerman Sam or Sorry.
One quick interjection. I'm not Lordaine.
Motherfucker, please. All right, I'll fix that.
I know the beard's gone and it's confusing you, but come on.
I'm going
No,
to bed.
you are Lordaine now.
I'm Lordaine now.
Yeah, I can understand
Is
why
that
he
how it
thinks
works?
that.
He who shaves becomes the face.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Now it's all you.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Okay, you were saying, Ledan?
What the fuck, man?
Okay, perfect. But we found a Spoody. So now we have a decision to make. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to chase the man? Or do you not want to chase the man?
He's got to be tied to it, for fuck's sake. They wouldn't be protecting him for no apparent reason.
Okay.
I mean, at the very
Completely
least,
out of character.
he's seen us.
We saw two Shadowrunners complete a job. We then kidnapped those Shadowrunners and murdered one of them. Now we're discussing chasing down their support structure and probably murdering him.
Good.
None of this has anything to do with the job we were originally hired to do. But you know what? I'm for it. Let's go.
We
fight.
get distracted
You know
pretty
what?
easily.
Their Decker, more than likely, has all sorts of information on his computers.
It's also worth pointing out that you need money, and money is gained by selling and stealing shit. So
As we're driving
And
over,
we all
I
have
will.
corpse
As
full
we're
of,
driving,
augments.
as we're driving over, I will also explain that he's got a network of fucking drones that covers this entire area, and he's been using it to bounce off of, so he doesn't have to like be in close proximity, which might actually help us try and find this black SUV that we're trying to track. Just saying.
Why you're the face, Lurdain. I say as I'm literally like splayed out on the floor, holding on for dear life.
Yeah, something you guys don't know about Mouse yet is he's a huge fan of the classic and historically accurate Japanese film Tokyo Drift.
nice.
See, I do know that because I rode with you in the van on that first heist, and that is why I'm terrified. Honestly, I've
Mouse
peed
wasn't driving
myself.
fast that time.
Hmm?
He wasn't driving fast that time.
Well,
That
you were
was
driving
just-
fast enough for me, sir.
All right.
I'm literally
You-
yelling
you
from
might
the
just
back.
wanna cover
I'm
your
yelling
eyes.
at you from the back to slow down. Just We'll let him go. We'll find another job. Please, just slow down.
I'll change my name, get new identities. I'm sorry. Just stop the van. I think we're chasing the hacker.
Okay.
I believe that's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
I mean, this is how I imagine that happening. Lurdane jumps in the van, says, Mouse, go to this address and step on it. Mouse just glimmers in his eyes, just like literal sparkles and stars show up. You know, there's barely time for Merc to jump into the van and close the door before you start seeing it peel off. I'm now paralyzed with fear. So I don't think there was much of a discussion about doing anything else.
Okay. Just writing down some stuff real quick.
I like to imagine that Firebelly is actually, with the door not fully closed, because Merc just had to jump in and was in the middle of closing it. Firebelly is like crawling on top of the van to try to surf the van as he drifts.
I like it. So let's go
That's
ahead.
where I normally ride.
Let's go ahead and make this now. So the actual drive test that you're going to make here, what do you have as a skill? Because I'm going to make this a hard test, which is 10 dice. Because you have to get there in less time than it takes someone who's with a purpose going to a place in traffic, right? So this will come down to a couple of things, right? Your knowledge of Detroit. We're in Detroit, right? It is Detroit, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I think that, yeah.
No, it's Denver, right? It's been so long.
It was actually.
It was the rich portion of Denver. We are in Denver.
10 minutes to the place walking. So we're in a car.
I know it was a
10-minute drive.
10-minute drive, yeah.
So this should probably be his remote control, whatever skill for that, because that's how he's driving.
Yep.
He's controlling it remote, not driving. Then probably logic for probably half logic.
Now you have so this will probably just be a you have piloting ground, which is agility, and you have street racer +2. So you're rolling 9 dice against 10 here. Now you're using okay, you don't have anything okay. So this is I'm gonna make sure that this is your gremlin. I'm gonna put gremlin in here for this.
Yep, because I'm controlling it by remote. So that
yep,
makes
and this isn't and all your drones thus far you haven't been controlling them per se. So this is the first time you've ever jumped into a vehicle or a drone or anything like that. So roll me a 1d6 right now. This will be your gremlin roll. Remember that 5 and 6 is good and 1 is very, very bad. So okay, so nothing out of the ordinary happens.
I was just expecting it to be like 6. You hit a tree.
Pretty much. I would imagine you'd go around a corner, you'd run through a cabbage trailer, and the guy would be like, "My cabbages!" And then you're like, while you window wiping a cabbage off your thing, you into a pole. Yeah, but nothing like that. So that's good. But you still hit the cabbage man. Let's be clear on that. My soy bitches.
Yeah, but I like hit him with the side of the
Who
van.
grows soy cabbages in this day and age?
Yeah, Cabbage Patch Drift. All right, Farrell, you get a plot point. That's the name of the episode.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. But yeah, so you're rolling 9 against 10 dice here. So
9, 10. Controlling vehicles +1 to vehicle actions from my control rig. So it's 10 against 10.
Oh, control rig. Because you're in VR, yes.
Control vehicles by VR.
Yes.
Die to vehicle actions. Yeah.
And you can re-roll 1 dice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, remember, you can
So-
spend edge and shit. You only have the one, right? So you can spend it on this if you wanted to. Because you'd be rolling 11 dice then, and it'll be greater than 4 that you need. So
I think I will.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
so just
I'll
11d6
burn that.
greater than 4. So. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, if you had another edge, which you don't, you could re-roll all those failures. Oh,
It's a
dude,
lot of threes.
that's a lot of
Okay,
trash.
so I can re-roll 1.
Yes. Make it happen. Beat me. Hey, look at that. 3 successes. Okay, so here's what happened. He was like, you're checking your maps. You've got a pretty good history of this place. You're driving around corners. You're drifting through alleyways and stuff like that. And you're about to come out onto a known road that a lot of people use to circumnavigate highways and stuff, right? And then you come into like bumper to bumper traffic. Just like shut it down. You are stuck in traffic. Like, and by the time that you try and reverse out of it, there's cars coming up behind you as well, right? You're in the middle of this shit now. And then you check your news feed, and it turns out that one of the major highways in Detroit is being shut down for roadworks.
I feel like it's like a super dramatic drift around the corner.
Yeah,
and
it
then
is.
Just stop.
Yeah,
And,
it is.
and I just like, okay.
Turn on the radio. And
Yeah.
in other news, the super mega highway that was recently built has been shut down. It's like, fuck.
And how far away from the place are we now?
Oh, you don't make it on time. So we basically get a cutscene of him listening to the same radio. His name is, he's got a sticker on his chest that says, "Hi, my name is Bandit." Then he he's eating like a, piece of jerky or something like that. And he flicks on his VR again. And then he's just like, he flicks it up again. He's like, oh, fuck. So then he runs down the walls and he pulls all these like strings on the thermite that's attached to all the hard drives that he's got in this place. And then he takes like a center rig, he packs his go bag and he fucks off. And all we see is like basically this abandoned apartment burning again. Yeah. Then we swap back to you guys stuck in traffic.
I probably just like reach over
I
to
hate
a
Russia.
box full of cans of coffee and just grab one out.
This
Back.
is quite nice.
And then you say that as the head of the body slumps onto your shoulder. Babies are made and born in traffic, in that traffic jam. Abso-fucking-lutely, yeah. It's a baby making traffic jam.
Nice, nice Doctor Who reference.
So yes, that's where you guys are left off. Stuck in traffic.
Well, does anybody else have any ideas?
Getting a little hungry. Stop at a stuffing shack.
Could go get nachos.
What's it with you and fucking nachos anyway? Why nachos?
They're
guys.
delicious.
Yeah, every now and then, not every fucking day.
I kind of had a big breakfast yesterday, so I'm not particularly hungry.
You don't want one of those what are the soy latte things?
I have a box full of
Okay.
coffee.
Hey, there's a McSawyer over there.
McSawyer. Hi, sir. What would you like? Yeah, I'd like the kids' soy package, please. I don't have a lot of New Yen left. We haven't been paid this time. So, I mean,
Just have the soy.
it's not all bad. You've got a corpse filled with high-tech cybernetics in your back of your van. You could be worse off.
And we do still have the dude that's gonna contact us, presumably.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, if he is an honorable Shadowrunner, he will
I mean,
because we did hire him to do it.
well, and we also have the burner phone of this guy that we murdered, so presumably, it will also get a text.
Yeah, but knowing Dave, it'll be like you get a text on the phone that says "be at the place at the usual time," and yeah.
Well, I mean, he's actually already told us what the texts say, and he gets them over and over again, and it's like, yeah, call or be at the place. But nachos.
You gonna
I actually fancy a McSoy cheese McSoy burger.
You guys going through the drive-through with a corpse in the back of a van?
A Grand Royale with soy.
Extra soy on the side. Yeah.
I'll have a soy shake, please.
Yeah. You guys are
Soy
going,
flavor.
You guys are going through that fucking McDonald's drive-through. I love that. That's
McSoy.
great. Sorry, what did I say? McDonald's? What? That sounds
Yeah.
made up. Yeah, McSoy.
Yeah, that sounds like copyright there.
All right.
Mixed
So
toilet.
you guys, I guess, fail spectacularly, just in the nick of time. So what's the plan now, gents? Do you retreat? Go back to your homestead?
I imagine what we would do is go back to the park that he was known to do business and set up surveillance again.
All right.
I mean, do we know how long it's going to be before he's going to be back?
No.
No, but we have a job to kill him.
Yeah.
We're not going to
Yeah,
just
that's
go
true.
back.
Can we find out if any corporations have been knocked over recently? Like anyone who did they steal from? Maybe we can find out. Like, oh, he stole from Microsoft, so obviously he's working for
Well,
Apple.
that would be good if you had someone to interrogate. Because remember, that's what these
Well,
Shadowrunners
no, I
did.
mean, like,
like they
if
knocked
it's
off
on
the
the
stuff.
news or something.
Oh, on the news. Okay. Well, I mean, it is Shadowrun, so I imagine there's a lot of like secret R&D stuff that never even gets put on the news.
Maybe like at the end of the sports thing, there's just like a big list of companies that were robbed today.
Just like on the screen, just like super quick. It's like, yeah. No, but that sort of news wouldn't be. It would require like someone who has contacts to find out. Like you would have to know someone who knows a thing. Which is like, but you guys have access to fixes and stuff, so definitely wouldn't be hard to do that. Though you have been burning a lot of contacts lately, so remember that last guy you tried
Just
to?
the one
Mine
contact.
turned on me.
I mean,
He did turn on him.
He wasn't a very good contact.
Yeah, he
let's
was
be
a
honest.
wanker, but basically.
I mean, he employed Dwayne The Rock Johnson, so
Someone has to be fair.
And I killed him.
he might be
Yeah.
he might have been president one day, and you killed him. So
Not everyone gets to be president.
So I mean, that's not a bad idea. You could try and find which corporation was taking stuff from, but you would need to seek that information out. It's definitely not in a place that you would be able to just look up on the internet and be like, oh, it's clearly this one. Plus, you have no idea what the NERPs actually was. So there's that. You don't even know the new Mr. Johnson's name that you're trying to kill.
Yeah, I think Eugene's right though about setting surveillance up.
I mean, here's what I think we should do. We should probably find a place to stay because this is probably not going to be a short-term thing, and living in the van is probably not a great plan.
Is there
Lordane should probably go onto the net. And since he happens to know that there was a net of surveillance things, perhaps he can take those over now that we know that the person who was running them has burned his apartment.
Let's be 100% clear. These spy drones, they're not like surveillance drones. These are jury
It's a
rigging,
network around the city.
piggybacking things. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. But if we're going to be in the city to set up a long-term surveillance, having a network wouldn't be a bad plan.
Sure.
So
The only problem is this guy now has a back door into me.
Which you don't know
By
about.
the back door.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
yeah, what
Wouldn't
I'm
be much of a
describing-
back door if you knew about it, James.
Yeah,
Well, you told me, so
what
I
I'm
knew about
describing
it.
here
Yeah.
is, and feel free to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
To me, our options seem like right now we have long-term surveillance, settle in till we can find something either through Lurdain or classic surveillance, or give up and go home.
So there was a couple of things that I want to remind you guys about. The Mr. Johnson did require, the main thing was to retrieve the NERPs, but you can also kill him.
No, the
and there
main
would
thing
be-
was kill him. The NERPs was a bonus.
I think he was really. I thought it was really adamant about us killing him.
Yeah, the main thing
Yeah,
was killing him. The
definitely.
NERPs was for a bonus.
And killing him, making a public display.
Yeah,
Yeah,
public
display.
exactly.
Yes,
It was
you
very
are-
like, and if
yeah.
we don't do it, he's gonna be very angry with us. And
Well, he's not going
come
to give us
after
any more work.
Well, I thought he was
And
gonna come after
when
us.
you're
Probably.
talking about setting up surveillance and stuff, this is all automated, right? Like we don't have to fucking stand there.
Well, I mean,
I,
yeah. It's.
I was going to assume that probably we would put surveillance on the park and
Like Mouse has something, or
Is there a nice apartment around there that perhaps Lane could get that we could set up as like
I mean,
a home
this
base?
is the nicest part of Denver that you guys are fucking around in right now. You know, this is like gated community style. So you would have to squat somewhere. Like you'd have to find a family that's on vacation and squat in their house, which is perfectly fine to do. You guys are Shadowrunners, that wouldn't be so bad to do.
Yeah, so like, I mean,
Lurdain,
could
let's be
not
clear.
use his
Lurdain
star
doesn't
power
have.
to get a place.
I mean, Lurdain doesn't have his money right now. He has his fame, but he doesn't have his money right now.
So I guess the main thing we need to decide is, do we want to take the steps to do a long-term, we don't know how long, surveillance and continue this job, or do we want to go piss off the Johnson and say, yeah, well, we fucked it. We told you we weren't going to fuck it, but we fucked it.
What if we try looking for work instead?
You mean just working here? I mean,
Yeah,
we're here
look,
to.
Soy's-
How
Look, Soy
many
plays-
Mr. Johnsons can there be in this part of town?
Oh, lots. Yeah, 100%. You're probably going to find more high risk stuff up here. Like generally, like where you guys are from, which is like the slummy part, you would find Mr. Johnsons who want wet work done and all that sort of shit. With the sort of work that you'd probably find up here is more like infiltrate and take, like basically what the Shadowrunners were doing for this guy, right? You might even be hired by the Johnson that you're supposed to kill.
That was the point.
So
We can go looking for work, not take any jobs, just keep looking for work until we find the right Johnson.
I mean, you do know what he looks like. You have that advantage. You don't know his name, which is, you know, how do you ever know Johnson's names, right? Unless they fuck up. But yes, you can. But that's one avenue that you can go down. The other thing that you could potentially do, right? And I'm just going to give this to you guys as a freebie because this is what I would do if I was in your situation. You could pretend that you have NERPs to sell.
We do. We've got this guy's cyberware.
I mean, those aren't NERPs, but
Yeah. So you could say, look, we stole this new inventive
I could probably
stuff.
fashion something up that looks fancy and interesting and intricate and complicated and flashy, and it's just a fucking clockwork thing.
And you have a face that can, you know, adequately present it as stolen goods from another R&D facility. You just need to find a target and then, like, say you stole it from there. Like, NERPs are, you know, hard to pinpoint where they came from because everyone is trying to make that, you know?
cool.
Sure.
Well, what do you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
You have a lot of
none-
options. I just
Yeah,
let's
I
work
mean,
out which
none
one
of
you
this
want to go.
really involves Hermes' skill set, so it's kind of up to you guys.
Well, are there any rats? You could like
Yeah, I could tell rats to dance to pay for the apartment that we need to rent, but I mean, I don't know how that's going to help us find the Johnson.
But they've got to be simple commands, and you've got to be near them. I was gonna say you could like send out rats to go and track down these guys, but yeah.
If we had something of the Johnson, I could be like, "Hey, track this dude."
I mean, you
But
kind of do.
would-
He handled the money in the. Oh wait, no, you gave that away, didn't you?
We gave that away.
I was about to say, no, you have the bag of money. The thing.
We purchased a service from a Shadowrunner is what we did with it. We didn't give it away.
I mean, we could also go back to that guy and ask him those questions about what he stole, but we did pay him and then tell him all he had to do was stay quiet
All
and
right.
contacted us if he got contacted again.
So you have a couple of leads. The first is you wait for that Shadowrunner to get back to you with a, he's called me again sort of mission, right? The second is you can track down Hacker Bandit, whom you don't know his name, mind you, but I just gave him one so you guys can refer to him outside of character. The third is you could set up shop in the actual place of business that he knows and then try and get hired or surveil it.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
So we could try and get hired by him somehow. When this guy phones up, we could do a run for him to give us additional money, so that he trusts us a little bit more. And then when we meet to give him the amp, whatever it's called, I forget.
Nerps.
The NERP, we then fucking cap him, and then
Sure. So how do you want to advertise to just that Johnson? That's the problem that you guys will face. If you can come up with an answer for that, I'll fucking make it happen, 100%.
well,
We
one of the
specialize
things.
in nerf.
Well, one of the things, the one thing that we can do that this kid's been given a burner phone, and he's supposed to contact us when this Mr. Johnson contacts him. So we could turn up with him as his new little gang.
Okay. Okay. That works. The other thing that you could do is you have this other burner phone. You could see if you can lure out Mr. Johnson pretending that you have the NERPs or something. It's hard to say. Like, there's plenty of things you can do. We just need to work out which one you want to attempt because right now you're just sort of high level speculating. And let me say this: anything you attempt to do, you'll probably find the Johnson. We just got to work out how you want to do it. All right. So,
I mean, if you guys want, we could combine some of these ideas and we could be a little bit impatient and to steal what Henley just said. We have a burner phone from the high level guy.
mm-hmm.
If we just want to send a text to the Johnson saying, ran across an interesting find on a job for another client, thought you might be interested.
The problem is, though, he might phone and expect a voice conversation with the dead guy.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I mean, you had
cell phones have that option, right, where someone calls you and you can just hit like "can't talk now" and it texts them back, right?
Sure.
Is my cell phone the only one that does that? Okay.
I mean, does
Mine
this
does it
cell
too,
phone have any call log? Like, it would have a call log, right?
Yeah, it does.
It could be
Have there
private
been any
numbers.
calls, or has it all been text?
It's all been text.
So it's unlikely that they actually talk on the phone. They probably just use this to let them know, hey,
It's also worth pointing out that it's only ever received text. It's never sent text.
yeah.
But, it's like,
That's why I said we could be impatient.
Yeah, so that's one way of doing it. The other thing is too, like, James, you could develop a program that mimics people's voices and stuff. Like, there's shit you can do. Like,
It's Shadowrun.
Grab the guy's head.
Problem is, I
Oh shit, he's
don't know.
FaceTiming. Get him.
I don't know if we had enough time to converse with him to get like an accurate voice pattern.
I mean, he's connected to a fuckload of cybernetics. He has a CPU in his brain. I'm sure. Like, for example, if I'm capable of hacking a drone to get blackmail information on all you nerds, you can hack a dead corpse and pull out a synthesizer voice sample from it. It's cyberpunk. Like, you can You can do that sort of shit. Just your imagination is the only limiting factor here. If you say, Dave, I want to hack into this thing, I'll be like, and get a voice sample from a dead man's corpse. I'll be like, that sounds like an 8 difficulty hack. Let's go with that. Like, you know,
Could
like
you hack into a dead man and see what he just stole on his last run?
I would say that there's a limitation.
You said he has cyber eyes.
Yeah. I would be fucking perfectly fine with you guys finding a hard drive in the guy's butt that keeps everything there. Like, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Like, I want to help you guys achieve what you want to do. You just keep fucking up and rolling terrible.
The problem was it was in his left eye and it got poked.
Oh no, got him. Yeah, no. That's the thing. Anything you guys imagine,
Luckily,
we can
we've already
do.
established the hard drive is in his butt.
Yeah. But
I like the idea that he's bent over, butt facing everyone, and it's like, who's gonna go in there? It's like,
No,
He's got a
not
hard
with
butt.
the claws.
It's called
The
the hard butt.
claw.
The claw. Worst proctologist ever.
all right. So which plan you want to go with? Because we need a plan to start moving. So
I mean,
Oh,
I don't.
well, all right, I'm gonna find out what cyberware he's got. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if he's got a memory unit that he's recorded anything on.
okay. So
try and
here,
get a voice sample.
sure.
Try and get a voice sample from him.
Are
and
you cutting him
generate
open?
Something. No, I'm just gonna try and hack the items that he's
Okay.
got to see
You
what
would have to
items he's
power
got.
everything up again.
Okay.
So how are you powering it up? Are you going to connect a dead corpse to a car battery? Like, what's going on here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I
That's exactly
think,
what
men
I'm
have
gonna do.
I think what James means to say is we use our contacts to find a local reputable street dock.
I just want to make sure that you don't, like, because here's the thing, like, doing what you're doing, there's a good chance you'll burn everything out, right? Because you need to power these devices, which are powered by some sort of, I don't know the science behind it, but it's powered by human movement and being alive, you know?
Good reputable street dock.
Okay, so that's the difficulty I'm going to give you for this, right? If you want to turn on the stuff and investigate the corpse, because that is clearly one way of doing this thing, right? Maybe you can even find a recording of a conversation between him and Johnson where he divulges information that you can use to find him, you know? There's lots of things that you can do in this instance, but I'm going to tell you, cybernetics inside of people is very, very sensitive stuff. And powering it the wrong way could potentially mean overpowering it, kind of like, you know.
Okay, well
Burning
we'll
it
find someone. We'll find someone that knows what they're doing. But the thing is, I don't have any money to give them because I'm all fame.
Well, then, that's
Well,
true.
why
we have
don't you
no
just?
money, so,
you have fame. You remember this game has those devices where you can use fame to do things. You are so famous that maybe this guy's a fan. We'll see. Right? That's the beauty of
Then I
being
get
a
raped
face.
again.
Well, I mean, that's a complication that you have to deal with
I mean,
being so famous.
Also, I mean, a thing to think about, guys, is we may not have any cash on hand, but any street dock worth his salt would take the cybernetics in this guy's body
There you go.
for payment.
Someone's
but
thinking
I
with
did
their
have
brain.
a
If you
guy
can
with
take his cyber
the
legs,
fuck,
we
yeah.
want his hard drive.
There you go. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Now you're thinking with cybernetics.
Now you're
Alright.
thinking with selling pieces of corpses to people. Ah!
Hey, let me tell you something. Cyberpunk 2020, there's actually an entire sub-network of people that buy corpses that have died in non-bullet penetration, or like you can buy limbs in the game, which means that people can sell corpses to someone to harvest those limbs from. Just pointing that out. That's a real thing that you can. There's actually a table in Cyberpunk 2020 that you can go through and be like, I'm going to sell a heart. Is it in good condition? How long? How much alcohol has the guy been drinking? That is what it's worth. It's a thing. Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Is it a fair trade though?
No, I mean, as far as it goes, what we're asking the street doc to do is pretty minor.
You're making him do
But to keep
necromancy
him-
in exchange for information, right? That's basically what's happening.
Yeah, I
Also
mean,
to keep his
here-
mouth shut, I guess.
here's basically what's
Gaining a
going to
lot of
happen.
money.
Yeah.
Here's basically what's going to happen is we're going to rely on Lurdane to talk his way into getting us the best deal possible. Ideally, Lurdane's famous enough that this guy just wants to help us out. If that's not the case, then it will be on Lurdane to kind of haggle, like, okay, well, you can have his cybernetic leg with attached gun thing, but we want you to power him up and we get X, Y, and Z.
So the best thing about this sort of game, right? I like to think fame as a way of greasing the wheels and making introductions more than anything. And, you know, it definitely helps in negotiation as well. And because you have a skill in negotiation, right, Lodane?
Yeah.
You have con, performance, and negotiation. Yeah, there you go. So this is something that you're very, very fucking capable of doing.
Yeah, but the character's good at it. I'm not. That's the thing.
I mean,
I believe in you, James. You sang
You sang a song.
You
You
sang
sang
a
a
fucking
song.
song. You sang a
Yeah,
song.
but then I
man.
didn't. Yeah, only because I had to not Then I didn't have to roll anything. I just read lyrics off a fucking website.
But you
do know
did
what I
it.
mean?
You're putting yourself down. You know who talked us into a casino? You. You know who sang an orgy to tears? You. You know who got us a helicopter ride from the Sioux Nation? You.
You know how got
You
revenge
can
on
do it.
those guys that almost raped you with an orc penis the size of a fucking baby holding an apple? You did.
You.
Think about that when next time you're rolling charisma, bitch. Look at that smile. He's a happy man now. Anyway, I love this plan. Let's get a does anyone think they might know, because this is sort of a gross thing to know, right? An underground doctor who specializes in surgically removing cybernetics from someone to make money, right? That's a pretty gross thing. Who here would have that sort of gross type of contract?
No,
I mean-
I definitely wouldn't.
I think Merc would probably be the closest person out of everyone here to have a contact like that. If I'm just going to put it out there, I think it's Merc who has that contact.
Yeah, you think?
I mean,
do you even have cyberware?
it doesn't matter. He probably sold people to this guy before. I mean, you are the motherfucker that knocks people out and stabs them for fun. Okay, you know what I mean? That's you. That's you in a nutshell, dude.
See,
I guess, yeah.
It could certainly be.
I would have no
it
quarrel
could
with doing
also be Firebelly.
Well, I was gonna say it was probably either gonna be me or Merc.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just because I pretty much live in fucking alleys, so.
Well,
Oh,
I
is
mean,
that a dead body? I know a guy who will take that.
Yeah, for Firebelly, I think
Are you
it's more
finished
like
that mugging
there-
victim?
he used to be the doc at the actual
At his show, the carnival or whatever.
Pudfuckers Traveling Circus. It was the clinic doc at Pudfuckers.
Yeah.
Pudfuckers. But him and the ringmaster got into a fight over his shady dealings by people were coming to the show and then disappearing because they had fancy cybernetics.
Gotta make money.
And Firebelly feels like you got to make money.
All right, Firebelly. I'm cool with that. If you guys are cool with it being a Firebelly dude.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Prylord just didn't seem happy with it being a Merc thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem. I see what you mean, but I don't think it would just be I don't know.
That's fine.
Firebelly
me
is
of a thing.
scuzzy as fuck.
Yeah.
So I would. He would.
I don't think I'd have a problem with doing it. I just don't think I've.
All right. Give me a
Dealt in
flat charisma con roll without performance. So it'd just be charisma. Because this isn't a performance thing. So just roll 2 dice for me. 2d6 greater than
2
5.
dice, yeah.
Unless you want to add edge to it.
Nah.
Because this will give me an idea of how to treat this guy on your side. Okay. Let's see.
I'd say I just won Shadowrun with that roll.
Hell yeah.
Game's over, guys.
I'm gonna roll this as an easy difficulty here.
10 dice.
The easiest is 4, just so you know. That's considered very easy, and this is easy. So Yeah, you're not on good terms with this guy. So how did you give me an idea of what you did to like piss this guy off so much that when he sees your caller ID, he's going to be like, you know, pick up the phone, fuck you, and then hang up again, sort of thing. Like that's what this is going to be like.
So I have a feeling that in the past I had set up maybe a little back alley deal with this guy to where I would entice certain people that would come to the sideshow that have cybernetics and stuff. I would entice them in and, you know, for all intents and purposes, pretty much kidnap them.
Wait, were you honey dicking these dudes into this fucking service?
Honey dicking them. I was going to honey dick.
Honey dicking them.
But basically, I think at some point, like I was really, really good at it. Like Firebelly was like the best. He was the guy that this dude went to get more shit, right? And eventually, I pretty much just wanted out. And instead of like working my way out, I was just like, fuck off, I'm done, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So you gave up on a sure thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
And he got fucked over because I was his best sort of I don't know.
Honey dicker?
Yeah, honey dicker.
We can use that's a new term we just made. Not really. But okay. So yeah, you call him up, and he's just like, "Fuck you," and then he hangs up again.
I'll call him back.
He's like, "Didn't I tell you to fuck you? What are you doing here?"
Well, I've maybe got a little opportunity for you.
Oh, yeah? The last opportunity I gave you, boy. You shat all over my face and hang up. I'm doing that to you now. Hangs up.
I'll call him back.
He's like, he lets it ring like 4 times. And then he's just like he's eating something on the other side. He's like, what the fuck do you want now? I'm eating a sandwich.
I know where you are. I can just show up at your establishment. So I could either we do this over the phone, or I could show up at your house. What do you want?
You hear him like swallow, then like.
God damn it! More disgusting than I am.
The McSoys make a really good sandwich. And he's like, you hear him like crumpling up some paper. He's like, what is this deal then, huh?
Well, I've got some high-priced cybernetics that you may want to extract. Could fetch you a pretty penny.
What's this, one of your lover boys?
Well, you could say that. I loved him once, until we killed him. Wait, is he dead?
Oh, yeah.
Or he's knocked out? Okay.
No, he's hella dead.
No, he's fucking totally dead.
He's rotten in the back of a van kind of dead.
I was like, this one will be easy. He's already dead. You don't even need to kill him. It's a straight, simple, I drop him off, and you cut him up. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
Oh, yeah? And what do you get out of it then?
I get to see your face one more time.
Oh, you going soft on me?
A little bit. I had a burrito the other night, and it did something to my stomach, I think.
All right, McFloggerbottom. Why don't you show up here and I'll see what you got. And then I'll decide whether or not I want to cut him up. I suppose the normal rate of 30% for you and 70% for me is still good.
I thought it was 60-40.
Nope, fuck you. It's 20-80 now.
Oh, 80 for me? All right.
Nope, 20 for you, 80 for me. Don't make me go any higher, boy, because I will.
I was never good at math. We'll do the first one.
I go ahead and nudge Lurdane.
Yeah.
Lurdane, seems like Firebelly could use some.
I'll hold out my hand for the phone.
I'll hand it over.
Hello.
Who the fuck is this? You sound like an elf.
I am an elf. Well done. I'm a.
Oh, flop
I'm
bottom's hanging with fucking elves now. God damn it. Boy, he's
I'm
going
a
real
Dane.
soft on me.
I'm Ladane from the band The Winter's Court.
The what
Maybe
now?
you've heard of us. Ladane from the Winter's Court.
So this guy's
Maybe
a dwarf.
you've heard of me.
So this guy's a dwarf. I like that. You may have heard of me. Let's get a. I guess. Like, how would you? Like in person, I guess your fame is like super easy, right? We don't have to roll for it, but I want to make a check, and I want to make a straight thing here now. So whenever you want to like impose your famousness on people, we can just like understand whether or not they would know you by this check, right? That's how we'll sort of assume. And I want to get it started off with. Didn't I say to write something on your fame? Okay, so. All right, let's make this. Do you want to? I'm feeling 50-50 on a D100.
Really? Bloody hell, okay.
I mean, you have a 1 in 2 chance of basically
this,
getting fame. Notice.
Is
right?
this not a case of it's not that whether he's heard of you, it's whether he gives a shit about you.
Pretty much,
Is that
yeah.
what-
Like you know, it's kind of like imagine if Tom Cruise walked into a supermarket, right? Everyone knows who Tom Cruise is. Whether you give a fuck it's Tom Cruise or not is completely up to your personality. He is also
He's
a dwarf, and you're an elf, and those two are like fucking water and oil as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, okay.
Why have you
Mhm.
got? Why has he got tissue in his mouth?
That's a battleship. No, I don't know. Anyway, so you want to make...
It's a pick for teeth.
So I'll let you call above 50 or below 50 right now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Below 50.
Yep, he knows who you are. And he's like, oh, I didn't know Ladane was an elf.
But my face is all over on every album.
Oh, you think I buy your albums? Oh, no, sir. Not at all. Are you with that stupid dwarf, are you?
Well, I wouldn't call him stupid, but yes.
I don't know. I
with
think
that
he's
dwarf.
pretty stupid. I mean, he used to give me cybernetic stuff. Woof.
Maybe
What a dummy.
Maybe compared to you as a top surgeon, he is a bit slow, but he's good.
What
at
else
he
would I
does.
compare him to?
The average person, I get, or the average dwarf. For an average dwarf, he's quick as a whistle.
I also think he's shorter than the average dwarf too.
Well, size isn't everything.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, lad. Now, why don't you come over here then, huh? Bring that body of yours.
We will be on our way. We just need some. We need to get. We do need a favour though, from you to do this.
And I need to be paid, boy.
Obviously, the payment will be some of the cybernetic limbs that you want.
Now, when you say limbs, what are you saying exactly?
This guy's jacked up with some absolute cutting edge technology.
All right, same deal that I gave to my boy McBottom then.
What was that? 50-50? Yeah.
Nope.
Cool.
80% of the cybernetics go to me, 20 go to you. After all, I'm doing all the hard work here. All you had to do was kill this poor sod.
True. That is a fair deal, but
You're damn right it's a fair deal. I'm glad we agree on this. Right, so when are you coming over?
However, there is one piece of cyberware that we need.
All right, you can take that one. I'll take the rest.
Maybe, but how about? Well, this is this item we definitely need. You see, and it needs to be powered. We need to figure out a way of powering it so that we can access it. So how about?
Oh, you want the special service?
is there a special service?
Listen, I once had a guy come in, bring his dead wife
Hey, look,
in,
look,
and he wanted
look,
one more
Look,
round.
let's talk about this in person.
Don't you want to hear the story about how this man fucked his dead wife in front of me?
Click.
Yes.
He's just like, well, that was rude. Okay, cool. So you guys head on over, yeah?
Yep. Sorry, we were in a tunnel.
We're in a Faraday cage tunnel. You know how it is.
By the way, I'm assuming Doc turned the Faraday cage off.
Yeah, of course. You're driving.
Yeah. I would have had to start driving the van.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys drive back to your region, the United Canadian American sector, because that's where this guy throws around dead corpses like it don't matter, right? So,
Like you just don't care.
yeah, but you guys have no problems going back and forth at this point. It just takes time, right? That's all it does. But filled with McSoy, you have no problems sustaining your bodies until that point. So you guys rock up, like maybe 6 hours later, because going through checking spots is not fun or quick. But you arrive.
Do we have to
Probably a
hide the
good thing the
body?
van already smells because it probably would be smelling worse.
They're not like, it's not like going to Mexico, right? Where they like fucking bring sniffer dogs and sniff the van or nothing.
I don't know. I've never been to Mexico.
If everyone has, proper authentication, then it's fine.
We threw a tarp over the body. It's fine.
And look,
Is it like going from Canada to America? Then is that what it's going to
yeah,
be
it's
like?
it's pretty much like it's like being in Europe and just going to another country, sort of thing. That's what it is. So, I mean, if they're worried about smell, like a lot of people that go between things, like a lot of people are fucking garbage hunters in this play in Shadowrun.
To be honest,
so.
Hermes probably smells worse than the rotting corpse.
And he just got electrocuted, and all his hair is sort of slightly singed.
Oh yeah, burnt hair. That'll cover up anything.
Yep. So you guys head on over. This guy's thing is like, it's sort of like he has like a house, but he has also like an underground like basement thing, like you drive down into his basement, and then he has like it's very cold in this basement because there's a lot of dead corpses in here. Strange, but
Thank God they're not alive. Alive corpses are the worst.
Well, I mean, he can make them alive. That's part of his specialty, right? So he's like, Floggerbottom. Good to see you again. You've gotten shorter. Yeah, you guys see this dwarf. He's very clean shaven. He's actually bald, and he's basically got one cybernetic eye, and he's got one robotic hand as well.
And I see they're still stacking shit as tall as you.
Now you take 10%, you fucko. Come on in.
All right. Come on in, boys.
I guess I'll carry the body.
And you can drive in,
It's
and
little
then there's
too
like
much for me.
yeah, and then you can like unload the body in there. Like he likes privacy a lot. So there's the security cameras on the outside, and you drive the van in, and he shuts it behind you, and then he allows you to open the door, and he's like, "Oh, this one is jacked. I see what you mean."
I told you you'd like it. I've always kept you in mind.
He like sucks his teeth, and he's like, "All right, now, Ledane." He like looks directly at you, Ledane. He's like, "You said something about wanting something special from him."
Yeah, we need to activate. We want to know. We want to know what cyberware he's actually got, and we believe he's got a hard drive in his butt, and we need access to that hard drive so that we can pull some data off.
Never put a hard drive in the butt. That's like the worst part to put any cybernetics.
I think it's called the butt drive.
That is nasty. And he like,
You can call it
and then he just like
backslash, eh?
pants down. Then he puts a finger or two up the butt. He's like, no hard drive up there. It's fine. It's probably somewhere else in the body. I don't know why you thought it would be up there.
Seemed as good a place as any.
I thought that was canon.
No, it's not canon. It's a terrible place.
I do believe we
It's probably in
established
his head.
it was in his ass.
I mean,
pretty sure.
Yeah,
any
I think the
Shadowrunner
GM
knows
established
you
it.
leave the keying for important documents when you're trying to smuggle shit out. You don't fill it up with hard drives ahead of time. Okay. Okay. So what are you after there? I need to know what I'm doing.
Basically, we need to get some information off his memory drive. So we need to power it. We need to power it so that I can access it. If that's okay.
No.
That's Roofaroo Shuffle. You know what I'm talking about, Doc.
So he's just like, have you ever seen that show where they open up the old storage containers and they get to bid on whether they want to buy things?
Toy Wars?
That's the one. Yeah, you seen that show?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So corpses are a lot like that in this business. Now we're gonna bet back and forth based on what we think we can get out of this. If you think there's a hard drive in there, then that should be your percentage that you go for. Otherwise, I want to go for everything else. I want the whole kit and caboodle on this bitch.
No.
Well, I mean, you can take it to another surgeon if you want.
Well, according to what I understand, this is cutting edge. So, I mean, if we just get the hard drive, I think you're pulling like a fast one on us. Do you know what I mean?
I'm also
I think
reanimating the dead guy here, so, tit for tat.
True. That is very true.
And I also just
but
fingered his bunghole too, so I think that's worth something.
That was for you.
You're damn right it was, boy.
No.
All right. So
Let's be honest. Firebelly knows you and says you're good at what you do.
I'm the best. Absolutely.
But you're not the only one in Denver. We bring you a body of a high quality, and you want all the cybernetics?
Oh, you can take what you need from it, but I'm saying the rest of it's mine.
Well, what we
price.
need is not just the information. What we need is a fair deal from a man who might want to do business with us in the future. Now, you know Firebelly, and you know Lurdane, and our first corpse we're bringing you is full of high-level, expensive merc. Now, wouldn't it be wiser to not make us all hate you as much as Firebelly seems to?
No, you got it wrong. I hate that boy. Now, let me tell you something about
I
network of surgeons that you'll be dealing with here. We work together. We have a couple of people who buy parts from us because, as you can imagine, that's not a very big pool of people who are willing to buy things from corpses, right? You need the special type of guy that will clean up a piece of body stuff and willing to sell it on as something that's new, because you don't buy a house if a guy's died in it, right?
I'm pretty sure every house has had someone.
Don't worry about it. It's just a figure of speech. Now, let me tell you something. I can very easily get a lot of you blacklisted on all the surgeons in the city. You would have to find someone who's a whack job or has a crooked hand or, something like that in order to get what you want from this guy.
Here's we already have a whack job.
Yeah, you do. But that's besides the point. I hold all the cards here if you want this information, and I can make sure that no one else will work with you blokes.
We could just kill you.
Yeah, that'll be the same thing, though.
There are other places, 4 other countries within a 10-mile drive.
Listen, I'm getting my hands real dirty here dealing with this stuff. I know this bloke's a Shadowrunner. I know if I sell his stuff, he's probably got, serial things hacked everywhere on this bloody thing. If I try and
I'll
sell
tell
these
you what.
parts, it's
I'll
going to
tell
be
you what,
real
this is-
sticky.
Best deal, okay? Best deal, okay? We get the information of the hard drive. You get to keep 90% of the value of it. We get 10%.
How about I give you another deal? Before I cut this guy open or look at his cybernetics, I'll give you some cash right here.
Well, we still need that information.
Oh, you can take the information. That's fine. I'll get that for you. Look at the split. But I'm talking about before any of us get to peek inside this boy, I'm going to give you cash and cold right now. What I'm saying is no regrets after this. If I open him up and he's got a fucking gold bar inside of him, that's mine.
How much cash are you talking, Doc?
Put it in karma because that's easier to understand.
I'm going to give you 25,000 yen for this body.
So 2.5 karma.
1 karma each.
So 50.
I mean, I defer to Lurdane. He's
No, 25,000 karma for the entire group, which is 1 karma apiece right now.
Oh, okay.
Call it.
And you get
Call
the
it
information.
Call it 50, and you've got a deal.
You want me to double the price?
This is cutting edge technology here.
Oh, it could
Cutting
not be.
edge technology.
It could
It
not be.
clearly is. It clearly is. As soon as I went into hack his cyberware tried to attack me.
See, you knew that that's not the truth, but if you're saying that as a lie, let's get
Sure.
we'll get a persuasion from you, a con. So this will be, what's your performance in?
It's just singing, I
Okay,
guess.
so we'll just do it without that bonus. So, yeah, you're just rolling 9 dice here because you don't have it on right now. So this will be a average check, so 8 dice. So you roll that performance for me, the con for me, please. Because you're effectively lying about what's in this guy. So he's like scratching his chin. He's like, so he looks at you, Lodane, again. Is like, your next show, 5 front row tickets.
Done.
So he's like, handing up to you.
Did you actually just spit in your hand?
No, I'm just real good at making that sound.
I'm gonna
Spit in your hand, boy, and clap it together. Come on now. He's like dribbles out.
He likes to spit. It's weird. Just do it.
You stretch it out. He like grabs it with both hands, shakes it. He's like, right, that's a done deal. You stay here. I need to go get another 25. And
Just with the same hand that he stuck up the guy's.
he wore a glove. He took the glove off. So.
No, okay.
So how much karma? That's 2 karma each?
2 karma each, yeah.
Yay!
And he's going to go out back.
Not
He's going
poor
to,
anymore.
and he's going to leave you alone for about 4 minutes time, and then he's come back with a data stick, 2 data sticks of 25,000 yen each. Here you go. Now, I want those tickets mailed here.
Oh, bring them.
You'll bring them. Oh, that's good. If I hear about you performing without it, blacklisted.
Deal. That's not a hard thing to arrange.
Just so you know, his first concert's gonna be in the Sioux Nation.
I'm a doctor. I can go where I like.
Just thought you should know.
I'm also going to need a dwarf appropriate seat.
That wasn't part of the deal.
Well, I'll bring a crate. He's going to... so he was like, right. Puts on like little goggles and like puts on a smock and some gloves. And he's just like, "You boys better stand back. There's normally a bit of splashing that goes on when you open up these blokes." And we'll get to it.
I'm gonna before he does that, I'm gonna go. Good luck.
Are you wiping the spit back on him or something? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, all right. So then he'll open it up. Right? He's very fucking careful about it too, and he actually like drags over like a glass shield, like it's like a half shield, right? That has handholds through it, that he can operate on this guy. It's like a blast shield basically, because a lot of the Shadowrunners tend to, you know, protect themselves.
Booby trap their cybernetics.
Yes. So he's going to do that, and there is going to be an explosion that happens when he opens this corpse. And it's going to go kind of... Have you ever seen like a when they open when people rob a bank and they get inked? It's a lot like that, except like the it's like basically like acid sort of thing instead that sort of just starts to slowly eat away at the glass. And he's like, "Always invest in good protection, boys." And then he slides it out the way, and then he gets to actually digging in there. Now he's lifting up like organs, and so he's like, "Oh, that's just a heart." You know, he's just going through, and then he basically like grabs a cable from like a small voltage unit, and he puts it to the lowest voltage, right? And he hooks it up, and he turns it to the lowest, and then he takes out like a little like measuring device, and he starts like measuring all the units on the cybernetics. Like he's removed all the organs down to the spine sort of thing, and there's a bunch of stuff connected to the spine. Basically, like the wired reflexes and shit like that you would see normally would be woven into this, but he doesn't have anything like that. Basically, he's got like the pain inhibitor is like on the spinal cord. It's like a box that wraps around the spine, and it has like these little needles that inject endorphins or whatever into the actual the bloodstream and the muscle tissue in the back. And it radiates out. So there probably was like a small amount of pain, but it like goes away pretty much instantly after pain is induced in the body. So he starts going through that, and he then like strips the skull back, right? He like takes the skin off the skull, and on the frontal lobe there's like a small like GPU chip that's connected in, and on the back of the spine where it connects to the head, there is like a pierced where you pierced through with your little spear. There's actually like another GPU which connects to the optical nerve system in the brain, and from there he was able to go in and essentially find like a recording unit inside the body. Now, when he finds the right voltage to turn everything on, the body actually like starts like moving about and stuff like that and going through like death throes. But he's got it strapped down for the most part, so he just sort of like leans back, crosses his arm, and just waits for it to like settle down again. And then he goes back in. He's like, "So, what exactly are you looking for there, boys?"
Just information off the hard disk.
Yeah, but what? There's a lot here. He seems to record everything.
The last 72 hours would be pretty beneficial. Maybe even as far back as a week.
So let me just state this clearly. Basically, this is hot property. I'm going to be selling this pretty much straight away. And what we have to do, we have to wipe everything and file off all the identification stuff that we can get. So what I'm saying is, tell me what you want. I'll find it, get it out, and there won't be any
Shadowrunner, right? He did a job today. We need to know who he did it for.
So you want a week back worth of footage, yeah?
We need anything that mentions...
no. Let's be clear. I'm not going to sift through all of the videos here. I don't actually care what's on them.
A week back would work.
All right, then. So he's going to give you... I don't know what type of storage devices they have in this day and age.
Megaflops.
I don't know if they have like...
Zip disk.
I don't know if they have like if it's
Terrasoids.
Like, does RAM go up to like, because I know in Cyberpunk 2020 RAM is like, yo, you got 25 megabytes of RAM on that shit. That's so dope. Like, like
that's because they didn't they didn't know how much it was going to be. I mean, even in
Yeah.
Shadowrun previous editions, they didn't
Johnny
know how much it was
Mnemonic.
going to be.
Yeah.
Your brain has 300 megabytes of storage.
Yeah.
Having a 25 megabyte cyber deck would be pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine it's like, you get like maybe if they had like little micro storage devices, it would actually, you know what it is? It's probably like an actual like physical hard drive that he has to like write this stuff to. Like he connects up like some sort of thing, and it like, you know how you get a tape and you get another tape and you put in the same thing, but then you have to like record on one and play on the other. I imagine it's a lot like that. It's a very sort of manual process, and he can scrub through it like a lot quicker. So he's like, it's going to take some time, actually. Why don't you come back here in like maybe 2 days, and then I can give you all the files that you want.
Okay.
Or
Cool. All right. He takes off his things, and then he like, what he does, he gets like a piece of plastic and he pulls it over the top of it, and he like vacuum seals the body, sort of thing, like, and it like sucks in, and he has like the cable coming out of it into the thing, like still recording the footage. It's like scrubbing through like fairly quickly.
I just realised I spoke while muted.
What did you say?
I was saying I said 2 days is fine.
Okay.
And I will ask, and then during that interment, when we go back, I will go back with 5 front row tickets.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Like, are they just like open-ended tickets to one of your concerts, sort of thing?
He said the next concert, so whenever my next concert is, which is probably in about a couple of weeks' time, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't organized with I have his name here.
I've got his name as well.
Mazza Dakota yet? When that's going to be?
I'm sure he's already putting me to work. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's something. But yeah.
So, nachos?
Nacho sounds pretty good, actually.
All right, so you guys have that 2 karma now. Is there anything you wanted to do with that 2 karma in this interim? Like, do you want to buy a gun, upgrade something, whatever?
How much was wide reflexes?
I think actually that's a good question, because wide reflexes is good. It's fucking solid. It's in case you guys don't know, wide reflexes literally gives you an extra turn in combat.
Kryder, you're a mage, aren't you?
Yes.
You don't want wide reflexes.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy cybernetic, I would assume.
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
I thought it
Yeah,
wasn't.
it affects your spell casting, right?
It
Yeah,
removes
cybernetics.
1 whole essence from you.
Out
That's
of
a lot.
5, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's so there's actually, it's kind of interesting. The
I had 6.
if you have 6, you don't have any cybernetics right now, so of course you would have 6. But there's like some. It's kind of interesting. Like if you look at the character sheets here, they actually have like negatives involved with penalties, right? And that's kind of an interesting thing, because I haven't read anywhere in the book that says that. But basically, what I'm looking at is if your essence is
1, amp level 2.
Yeah, so that's what you want to buy.
No, that's what the first. It's a level 2 amp, so it's.
There's also a level 1 amp that you can get for wide reflexes as well.
No, the level 1 wide reflexes is a level 2 amp.
Oh, okay, there you go. So that'd be like, I think it's like 6.
I thought the amp cost was just the cost of the amp plus 1 if it's a new amp.
Let's see. Adding shadow amps. Amp cost table, page 65. Choose
And
a
how
effect.
does the essence actually come into play?
I'm looking at it right now, and it's basically for every point under 6, it's a -1 to any magic or healing test that you're making.
Yeah, and it's also like if I heal you, so my heal is 1 box of physical per success or stun. So one box physical or stun per success on my check. So if I heal you for 4, but you have 5 essence, you're only going to heal for 3. If you have 4 essence, you'll only heal for 2, so on and so forth, to the point where if you are more machine than man.
Okay. So, to get wide reflexes is going to cost you 2 karma. But it also means you're going to have to go into surgery for the day, so technically that's what you would be spending the next 2 days doing.
I think it would be a good idea for me to pick that up.
I think it would be an incredibly good idea for you to pick that up, specifically because it's going to turn you into a blender.
What is your current essence level?
5.
All right, so you'd go down to 4. It would cost you 2 to do that. And
well, as a Shadowrunner, you want to get as a street samurai, you want to get shitload of fucking cyber in you,
Right.
literally as much as you possibly can jam into your fucking face.
So let's see here. Wide reflexes gains 1 attack at level 2, which is 3 points. How many amps do you have? Karma do you have?
I only have 3.
Okay, so
I spent 2. I have 1 left.
Yeah, so level 2 is going to cost you 3 amp.
You mean 3 karma?
Yeah, if you want to get level 2 of wide reflexes, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll hit level 2 on it. Then.
So at level 2, you get 2 attacks, 2 additional attacks per turn, and you gain 1 plot point per scene. So you can attack 3 times per turn.
That's pretty insane.
And I get 1. What was the plot point?
1 plot point. Yep.
Per what?
Per scene.
Per scene.
So per fight, basically.
Mm-hmm. So every time you get into a fight, you'll just get a plot point at the start.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna chop some motherfuckers up.
Yeah, that's fine. However, keep in mind, when you guys start getting these sorts of things, I'm going to start increasing the difficulty of the game too. So. No, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyone else want to spend your karma on something?
No.
I just want to have a look, see what I can get for free karma.
Lots of things. For Matrix amps, let's see here. You can get a new cyber deck.
Yeah, where did he put the fucking back door? Did he put the back door on the cyber deck or on me?
I don't fucking know. We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you are a human being, so most likely your cyber deck.
But he also has amps in his body, cybernetics.
True.
He has a data jack.
Yeah.
He can jack off in. He can jack into you, basically. He can control you from a distance.
Jack off all over you.
Yeah.
You know that's not how backdoors work, right?
I know. It's mostly into.
It would at best give him a way to get in from long distances and then get a bonus to attack.
So
kind of like a sneak attack more than anything else.
He would have access to his stuff until he starts doing things that are offensive, basically. And so basically, he could be watching Lurdain as he is right now, and he wouldn't know because the back door is there.
Well, the problem is though, a data jack's a data jack. That's just literally a cable. He's not going to see much from there.
But what I'm saying is, he can, once he has access to this back door that he has, right? He would be able to, without you knowing, access stuff. The moment he starts trying to take things or whatever is the moment that you'd be alerted. But until then, he doesn't have to, basically he doesn't need to make a roll to hack you right now. That's what that back door does. But the moment he wants to find stuff inside of your body or inside of your whatever, your deck, he has to make a roll. And that's when you will make a defense, and that's when you'll know. So basically, it's like him getting a free attack on you. So the programs here are all like level 2. The hammer program's level 3. You can take one and upgrade it. So you can take, for example, Mugger, right? And then upgrade it to something else. And then I'll put it to level 3. So you can take a level 2 amp and then add something else onto it. You know?
Considering the way things have been going, I'd suggest either a track or sleeves.
What was that last
Who
one?
are you calling?
Sleeves. It's the without being detected program, and track to
Where are you
find
seeing
people.
that?
Is that
It's not on there,
They
but
don't
it
have
is a common cyberdeck program. Sleaze.
Oh, I just don't see it in this list, that's all.
Oh wow, no, they don't actually have sleeves. That's okay. Well, that's the name of the standard, like the beginner's program for not being detected while doing things is sleeves.
Oh, so like, okay, yeah. I mean, that would be very helpful. You've done a lot of hacks where you've been caught before, so.
And
Yeah, I
remember,
think-
you can make your own shadow amp.
I know.
So
I know, but I don't know if they're more expensive.
They're not.
Can I make one during the week and then send it to you and go, do you
Sure.
approve of this?
Yeah, I'm
And then
okay
you
with
can
that.
go yes, or you can go no, I don't like it.
Mhm, That's
James,
fine, yeah.
stop it. All right, cool.
All right. So, you know, we get a little montage of Brian going in for an upgrade. Does this doctor do it for you?
Yeah.
Because you're basically paying him like, you know, the equivalent.
It's sweet the deal.
Yeah, you're giving him his money back.
You're
He
giving
just
him
gave-
like 10,000 new yen, but it'd be like 15,000 new yen for this.
He puts this guy's wide reflexes into you.
He doesn't have wide reflexes. You guys would be fucked if you had wide reflexes.
He just uses the wires from the dude to make the wired reflexes.
Yeah, I guess I'll let him do that.
Sure. All right. So take off 3 karma.
Yep.
And basically you just recover with him, like watching sports games and drinking beers, I guess.
Cheers.
Aye, why did we stop doing this business, eh? What was the thing that made you leave, boy?
You know, the circus started traveling more.
Yeah, but the
and-
circus is a fucking tent. Right? You were making
Oh.
money, boy.
Well, I know, but then, running them shadows, you talk about real money. That's what the real money is, boyo.
Well, you say that, but here you are selling a corpse to me again like it's business. You
Well, it's all-
had the smoothest honey dicking I've ever seen in the business, boy.
It's all a means to an end, though, isn't it?
And what's your end game? You want to get killed out there?
No, I prefer to do the killing.
So you're in it for the, the stuff.
The thrill,
Yeah, that one.
it's a little more thrilling when they fight back. It's not so thrilling when all I gotta use is that silver tongue of mine to honey dick those poor bastards into your workshop. It's too easy.
Aye. Well,
I almost died in the convenience store the other day.
you went to a stuffer shack.
Aye. Fucking
Looks
punks
like-
came in.
Well, different folk, different strokes.
I just need more excitement. It was nothing against you, boyo. Thanks for the reflexes. I slap him on the chest.
Yeah. So if you want to write this contact down, his name is Surly Sam. Surly Sam, the surgeon. Yeah.
Surly Sam, the street surgeon,
Yeah.
the skilled street surgeon.
The scummy skilled street surgeon.
And we get like a ding as the microwave is done with the recording. So you guys all get called back.
I give him 5 tickets.
He hands you over like a hard drive. It's a little warm from writing still. Because, that's what hard drives used to do back in the day.
Right.
And he says, you can plug this into any optical output. I'm sure your little troll boy there might have something for you.
Oh, yeah. I can plug that into a TV or something. That'll work. I'm just like looking at it like.
Yeah. He's like, right, well, I got a body to get out of here. Nice doing business with you lads.
Well, maybe we can. Well, I'll be like, if we come across anyone else like that, we'll bring it. We'll bring bodies to you. Yeah, would that be a good thing for you?
It really depends. Are you gonna try and fuck me over like you did this one?
What do you mean, fuck you over?
Well,
90% profit, wasn't it? 90, 10.
well, who knows? When I'm finished with this, I might only get 25,000 New Yen out of it. I gave you 50.
You got front row seats.
This is cutting room. This is cutting edge technology.
Aye, so you say. But I've had a chance the last couple of days to take a look at this boy. Ain't nothing in here that sends out stuff like that.
Wasn't it you who said no regrets when
I don't regret it. Just don't come in here slinging bullshit and we can do business together if this is going to be a regular thing.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but what I was led to believe that it was the cyberware that was attacking us, and the only way we could stop it was by killing him. I look at Hermes, who's gonna back me.
I mean, I did stab him in the face.
Aye, and you ruined a perfectly good mod doing it.
Well, he was
here's what I need you boys to do. If you want to do business with me, kill a motherfucker, keep the cybernetics in place, and don't bullshit me on what they do. Then we can do business.
Suggest I stab a motherfucker.
Cut off the head normally is pretty good.
Wouldn't that damage the spinal cord and all of the cables there?
Cables are one thing. The CPU that you pierce through, that's irreplaceable.
Okay, so stab him in the throat.
That's what I always used to do.
It's true, but then you ruin a couple of voice mods doing that a few times. So generally the safest place is cut off the head. But
if I cut off the head, I'm going through the throat.
Yeah, I know. It's generally required as the safest one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Above the head.
Right under the chin.
Mm-hmm. If you leave the neck in place and just take the head right off.
Really,
I'm just gonna have them eaten by tigers.
That's the worst way to go, I think. What's a tiger, by the way?
Big animal, kind of adorable, pointy ears, very soft fur.
See, I don't really believe any word you're saying right now.
I can summon one if you'd like.
Oh, you're one of those. No.
Sure.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah. Just be more careful with the corpses you bring and don't bullshit me and we can have a fine relationship going forward.
Okay. Well, let's go watch some video, I guess.
So it was good to see you, Sam. Oh, you got something on your shirt. And I do that thing where you point at his shirt and he looks down and I pop him in the nose. Boop.
You do that again. I forgot you do that shit. I'll cut off your hand.
Ah, you love it.
All right, so you guys leave.
Yeah,
You guys make your way out. And I assume you go back to someone's house or you just sit in the van watching a week's worth of fucking footage.
You want to go back to Lordain's?
I can imagine that if we go in with VR, we could probably watch it quite quickly.
Yeah, there's not really a precedent set for that, but sure.
Like any Matrix action happens like instantly. So I could imagine sitting and watching a week's worth of footage would probably be over in a few minutes.
And I know Kung Fu.
Yeah, basically. You just...
Man, that must be like the loneliest existence ever if that's the case. Because then you could go into VR and literally experience everything in a fucking blink of an eye and then come out and just be like...
There are literally people that do it in
Yeah.
Shadowrun. They just like jack in and stay there. They live an entire life and they jack back out and it's still like the weekend. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I made
Really
some,
addictive.
Tuesday.
I made some well-established
Really-
streamers cry with that story, so I know all about that shit. It's fine.
Are they really? They're really addictive, aren't they?
Yeah.
As well, I think. Are they? I just keep thinking of the Red Dwarf episode, Better Than Life, but that's me because I'm English.
Yeah, no, better than life chips is what they're called. BTLs.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what they are. Like people make traps for people. Like literally, one of the storylines I ran in the last one was, which is over on Ema Addiction's YouTube channel if you want to find that. Basically, people get trapped in this in a cybernetic life that's way better than the current bullshit that that Cyberpunk has to offer, and they just never leave. And then they just die.
That's actually a storyline in one of the Shadowrun games that they just came out with.
Yeah, no, BTLs are fucking abusive as fuck. Like, it's
super addictive.
Super addictive, yeah. You know, opening loot crates? Imagine that, but in VR, where it's your entire senses.
Yeah. Well, and also, instead of opening loot crates and being sad, it's like waking up to a blowjob every morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So you guys do what you do. I would say, like, especially, like, man, that's such a hard precedent to set, right? Like, you're just watching this thing, but I guess that's kind of what would happen. But let's get a perception. If that's what you want to do, let's get a perception check to see how much you know.
Like maybe not over in seconds, but it would definitely be accelerated. We wouldn't have to sit for a week watching a week's worth of footage.
So a lot of this footage from this guy is literally like phone, ear, talking, phone, ear, talking. You see a couple of runs where he's in there, and basically this guy, what he does is he uses a series of needles from his hands to like inject poisons into people. So he had a lot of shit in his fingers, like a lot of shit in his hands. And like basically he would walk up to a dude and just like mouth, back of the neck into the spinal cord, dope him up, and then like, basically get in there and take what he needs. He did 5 jobs in the week that you guys were there, and it was mostly just walking into corporations and taking out CEOs. He did a lot of wet work stuff. And there was a couple opportunities where he took some NERP related stuff. There's like 2 different instances of that. A lot of his job was kill the CEO. Like he takes a lot of wet work stuff, but then he takes what he wants from the place as well.
I can respect that.
Yep. And let's get a perception check to see how much you actually pick up from what you're trying to find. So what exactly are you looking for? Let's just clear that.
Well, I think the best place to start would be like the meeting that they had at the car, so that we catch a glimpse of the guy's face.
Sure.
Do we know what we're looking for?
We know
already?
what he looks like.
They know what he looks like because you saw him. Remember, you did like the whole spy drone look at the thing, and he was there. So what I need 1 perception check. And I would say anyone who can access VR right now, which would be Mouse and Lodane, one of you 2 needs to make it. The other one can assist.
What did I do with my cat sheet?
I don't know.
There it is.
So this is going to be a perception check. And what I'll need, basically, we'll decide who's the main and who's the sub.
What's your perception?
8.
I'll be the assist then because my perception's 7.
Okay, so James, I need you to first pass the test, and if you pass, then you can give an assistance dice to Doc there. I'm not sure how it actually works, but that's what I'm going to say happens. The test here is going to be an average test of a D8. Mostly, you're just like
of a D8.
No, 8D6. Sorry. Basically, the thing that's you're going to be looking for here is you're looking for details, right? Things about this guy, and that's not necessarily, you can watch the footage, but imagine like how they get like CSI and then they're just like, hold on, what's that thing over there, zoom in on that thing, like
tell in the background that he didn't look at and we have to notice while he
if I'm using is this something that I'm doing in the Matrix?
Yeah, I mean you are in VR, so you can add your dice to it if you want.
Okay, yep, cool, thanks. I was just double checking.
You're not hacking, so you can't add Code Slinger.
Certainly.
You can re-roll Matrix action, and you can re-roll. You can add 1 to the VR test, and you can re-roll 2 non-combat hacking tests. But you're not hacking either, so I guess you can re-roll once, and you can add a die.
Okay. 4. I'm going to re-roll the 1
You don't need to.
because it was rubbish. Okay, I just wanted to do better.
Yep. All right. So, actually re-roll, because if you get a 5, I'll give it 2 dices. Okay, no. So you get 1 help dice, Doc, on the same test. You'll be rolling against 8 dice here. Okay, cool. You passed. So, yeah, there's a couple of things.
Yeah,
That you...
okay. You're like rolling like trash there. 0, 1.
Look at my rolls though. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, pretty normal for me. So what I'm gonna say happens here, like specifically, where is he? Okay. So basically, the things that stick out to you about this guy is this guy that is doing the business, like giving the NERPs over. He actually sends tips. Right, he sends tips to this guy via messenger services, right? Like dead drops and that sort of stuff, that he goes and collects. So you notice that he goes to an alleyway. You get the location. I'm not going to come up with it. He goes to an alleyway and he picks up a dead drop with information about. It's basically like insider trading information. It tells about the NERPs that this guy wants to receive, right? And on top of that, it also talks about CEOs who have suddenly also got hits on them. So the reason why these NERPs aren't really noticed that they're missing is because the CEO gets taken out. And a lot of the cases, the wet work that gets done is... Have you ever seen American Psycho before? Yep. So there's a scene in American Psycho when he kills a guy, and then he's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to make it look like he packed and left somewhere. Part of this guy's MO is to make this guy disappear by, changing his voicemail and buying tickets under his name to a different place and cleaning out his apartment and that sort of stuff, right? He does a pretty good job of making sure that people ghost out of town. And on top of that, he also uses their ID to get into like whatever R&D factory and take the latest NERPs product with them. Kind of like a guy who takes what he wants and leaves, right? On top of that, the CEO also, the CEO that is targeted also happens to have some sort of hit on them or underground bounty on them already, right? So on top of that, he's
double dipping.
He's double dipping, right? So he's taking a job from a guy and he's also taking the NERPs from him. So that's this guy's MO, right? Within the last week, he's done one job where that's met his MO, right? He found the dead drop from a corporation. I'll come up with the name of that corporation in a second. And he killed the CEO, dumped the body, where, because it's from his perspective, and he made it look like the guy ghosted. On top of that, he also took the NERPs and then sold it to this guy, and they always meet up. He basically, they meet up at a certain time, and if the guy doesn't, he just shows up, right? He doesn't contact the Mr. Johnson with information about what they've done. He doesn't contact them that the job's done or anything like that. He just goes to the location and waits, and then they show up and they do the trade and then they leave. The guy that he was working with, the guy that you gave money to, he basically was a hire that came in. He was a specialist for the job that they did. He was basically working for that corporation that he did. That was his in man. He was his inside man, basically, that he was working with. He wasn't a Shadowrunner at all. He also, within the last week, he contacts a hacker called, another runner called Bandit all the time. And, using the process of elimination, you work out that this is the guy that was his Otacon, basically. This was his partner. His, he doesn't work in person with him. And he has and at his apartment or his safe house, he has a box of these little tiny drones that he stashes in his house that he puts on his body whenever he goes into the field. And that's pretty much his MO.
Sounds like a fun guy.
So he never actually meets with the Johnson.
He does when he wants to do the drop off.
Only when he's dropping off the product.
Yep.
But he doesn't meet with the Johnson to get the job.
That's right. He does dead drops.
You guys feel like killing a CEO?
Yeah, but we need to make it public.
Oh no, we go to
he's talking about basically going to the dead drop, getting a dead drop, killing the CEO, getting some nerps, and basically doing what this
doing
guy
this guy's job for him.
Okay.
And then when the Johnson shows up, take the money, kill him, make it very public. We'll be in a park. You can throw him into the zoo and let the tigers eat him.
Oh, yeah.
I like that plan.
And on top of that, it
Yeah.
also sort of steps up your game and you start running in different shadow circles at that point.
I'm down.
I mean, we're doing it. This will be like the 4th job we've done on the process of doing this one job. Let's just keep.
The job we would be doing would be a hell of a lot difficult than any other job we've done before. But you know what? I believe in us.
Are you including Brant in this?
Yeah, he's part of the crew.
So he gets real fucking giddy the moment you start mentioning like doing super hardcore
A
wet
corp
work.
run.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, we're gonna break into a corp, kill a CEO, steal some nerves.
Well,
like,
he's
"Fuck,
not
I
going to
haven't
kill
done that in
anybody.
weeks."
We're going to have to kill people because he doesn't kill.
Oh,
Yeah,
but,
we can.
but he's real good at CC. You know, that's
But he's
his
real good at CC.
Keep in mind that we can possibly side with this Johnson.
I
Set up
have no
ours.
intention of doing that. This place is. I don't like this place more than I
I
like.
got hired to do a job. Even if I get a better offer, I'm gonna finish the job.
Keep in mind, the process of elimination, I'll also give you this as well, because you guys have uncovered a lot, so I'll go a little deeper. The Johnson that hired you most likely is a burn Johnson from this other guy, right? That's realistically the only way that you can find information about it. Like, let's say that either he was a Johnson that put out a hit on the CEO, and when he realized that he double dipped, because also the NERPs went missing from his potential place. And then the NERPs showed up at another company some other time and started getting sold as their product. Yo, you're going to be pissed, right? That's the type of thing where you hire Shadowrunners to do that business.
I'm still. I am 100% on board with the go to the dead drop, find a CEO, murder them, take their nerps, and then once we're selling the nerps to the Johnson, get the money, murder the Johnson,
Feed him to the tigers.
and then feed him to the tigers.
I really enjoy that plan as well.
Because
It's
I can
very-
order the
it's
tigers
very-
to eat him.
It's a very good plan. I didn't think you boys would take it, but there you go. There you go. So,
we get in deep now.
yeah.
we're real deep. We're
Yeah,
real deep.
we dove into the deep end of the pool pretty quick.
Yeah. Having said that, I think that's the show for us, though. Yep. You guys did good. Very good, actually. I want to give a plot point to everyone for that. That was some tasty roleplay right there. You guys did what you needed to do.
Stop giving me plot points and no way to spend them.
Or if
They're
you're-
pretty much useless
Doc,
outside of
we're
that.
about to go assassinate a CEO. I assure you, you will have places to spend those
Yeah.
plot
I
points.
feel like next
in the
episode's going to be very
near future.
run focused, so we'll see how we go. I'm going to have to do some serious prep work then. If you guys are going to take on a fucking dead drop and that sort of shit. Like, normally so far in this game, I've been out of like just basic details, everything. And now you guys have been like, okay, we're going to go attack our CEO and take your shit. I'm like,
That means this time we're going to have to actually plan this out properly. Not like all the other times where we've just kind of rushed in without thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're famous for not overthinking things.
so yeah, I guess that's your homework, right? Think about how you want to approach this.
Dogs, smoke grenades.
Yeah, yeah.
Summon a bear.
So
Can't summon bears anymore.
what this guy used to do was find an insider and work that angle, and that generally works for him. So that's the information you have going on if you wanted to use that as a way going forward.
Conveniently, most of the people working in corporations are people, and we happen to have somebody who has a contract with the spirit of man.
That's it.
Oh.
Hello.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to end the show. Let's do some shout outs then. Eugene, what up, sir? How you doing?
I'm Eugene. Oh, so bitch. That was ill-timed. Anyway, hi, I'm Eugene. You can find me on twitch.tv/Eugene when I'm not being a lazy ass and actually stream. I don't know. Stop by randomly. Maybe I'll be there. A week ago? Before that, 2 weeks ago?
Nice. Well, welcome back to the fold, my man.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah. Thanks for watching. You're all awesome. All of these dudes, they're all awesome too. And they all have 12-inch cocks.
Hell yeah, we do. Speaking about 12-inch cock, let's go on over to Mr. Spoody.
I thought it was gonna be me.
No, sorry I was late today, but I enjoyed the time that I had this evening, and yeah, I am now in the world of the PCs, so expect quite a bit more streaming from my end on stuff. I don't have a schedule worked out or anything yet, but I will let you know.
It just means that you and me can play some Vidya together, man.
That's probably what's going to end up happening.
Nice. I like it. Speaking about 12.5-inch cock, let's go on over to James Corp. What up, sir? How you doing?
Hi, I'm James Corp. I do RPG stuff.
Owner of 12.5 inches.
Yep. What was I going to say? Yeah, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/James Corp, where you can watch me being scared of running the game because it's kind of crunchy and I'm not used to it.
Hey man, you should play Cyberpunk with me. Then we'll talk about crunch, okay?
I've played crunchy systems.
I don't know. Have you played... Okay, you shoot a bullet into a man's chest, and then I have to simulate how it bounces around his chest cavity.
No, but I have played Rollmaster.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Really crunchy. Like, yeah. I'm not the greatest fan of mega crunchy systems, but
I think the limitations adds a lot to the role playing experience in my opinion. But
yeah, check out Exalted if you want to watch me like thing on a butthole, whatever, I don't know, 12 inches on a butthole, 12.5 inches, and yeah, stuff like that. That's generally what I do. Almost streamed The Sims 4 this week as well because I fancy playing The Sims for some reason. I don't know. Don't look at me like that. It's just I just fancy doing it.
What do you do in Sims 4?
Well, what I do, right, is I fill the neighborhood up with people, and then I get my guy to marry them, and then I murder them, and I take their money and possessions.
12.5 inches, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what you choose to do with it. Dotcast, what up, sir? Where can people find you?
Right here, tomorrow. Board games, Pandemic Legacy. We're doing good. Shit actually isn't going horrible.
Spoody might join us. Spoody, you going to join us?
I wish I could, but you guys do it at weird European times.
Fucking...
You know he's going to ask you every week until you do it, right?
One time you said, hey, let me in. And I'm like...
Well, yeah, because I had literally randomly had that day off work.
Okay.
Wow. I like how you say weird European times when I'm doing a current fucking weird American time.
Yeah.
This fucker, right? No respect.
Freedom time.
No respect. Speaking about having the most respect, let's go on over to Prylor, who has the most respect for his beard, giving it time to breathe. What up, sir? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I've been playing some Smite and some Paladins and some PUBG, and you can find me doing that here on Twitch as Prylor. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I will post when I go live. more than I don't.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's episode of Die Party Surge. Going forward, what do we have going on? Tomorrow is board game day, so that'll be fun. Come back for that. Probably gonna keep doing with Pandemic Legacy. We might see if Drummer Boy's up for another run. We'll see. But that should be good. Daily stream should be going up normal time tomorrow. And yeah, check out the schedule for more information. And that's pretty much it. Die Party fan party on Saturday. Cyberpunk 2020. If you guys want to check that out, it's gonna be great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We outie. Have a good one. Bye bye. 12.5 inches.